mentioned it in the beginning. He said dangerous house build number so-and-so.
Show flies into the convention center April 30th to May 1st. But we've got your tickets now. Go to KHOW.com for your chance to win.
This report is sponsored by Discover.
Another warm day for your Thursday. Temperatures in the upper 70s and low 80s. We'll see a little more cloud cover by later on this afternoon. The wind will pick up to right around 15 to 20 miles per hour. I'm Fox 31 Pinpoint Weather Team meteorologist Kylie Burst.
With prices soaring at the pump, Discover has your back with cashback. Use Discover to earn 5% cash back at gas stations and Target now through June on up to $1,500 in purchases when you activate. Limitations apply. Learn more at discover.com/rewards.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So Beth claims Valor Roofing came and sold her a $54,000 solar system with the promise she would get a tax credit. They don't qualify for tax credits because they don't pay taxes. And she said that she was never given a copy of the contract, so never knew about the 3-day right to rescind. In Colorado, if you sign a contract at your door in your home, you have a 3-day right to rescind. There are also other times you have a 3-day right. It's not automatic with every contract. In Colorado, you have a right to rescind for timeshare. You have a right to rescind for in-home sales. You have a right to rescind for certain things. There's a 3-day right to rescind on a loan if you put your home up as collateral, your primary residence. 303-713-8255. We have open lines. Isabel, what's happening?
Good morning.
Hi, Isabel.
I'm calling in because we had a beautiful home in Waldona, Colorado. It's 13 miles east of Fort Morgan.
Now this,
it's just a little farm.
Okay, and what's the name of the town?
Waldona.
Walzona?
Yes, it's close to 5 miles south of Wiggins.
Okay.
Okay.
Near Wiggins. I know where that is. So what happened?
Okay. Well, Sunday morning, my brothers lived in the home. My mother bought it back in it was built in 1906.
So your brothers are living in it?
Yes, they were at the time. But on Easter morning, Sunday, the chimney, I guess, was too full. The soot caught on fire and it leaked to the basement. And it started the whole basement on fire. And what was left in the chimney started sparking out on the roof. So we lost the whole house. It caught on the roof and just burned down because it was built back in 1906.
But
okay,
1906. Thank God for insurance.
No, I didn't have any insurance because I had this house insured with mine. I live in Greeley, Colorado.
What do you mean you had it? I don't understand. Hold on. I don't understand what you mean you had it insured with yours.
I own a home in Greeley, Colorado.
Okay.
When my mother deceased in 2006, she left me the house with my 4 children. And when I decided to move out of it, I could let my 2 older brothers live in it. So I moved to Greeley in 2008, and my brothers were there residing on the property. She has a 3-acre. It's a big 3-story house.
So, well, wait, you're not answering me though, Isabel. I'm trying to help you. Your mom died in '06. You inherited the house.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you lived there until '08.
Yes.
Okay, then you let your brothers move in. Did you sign the house over to them?
No, it's on my mother's will that said the house went to me and my children. If I chose to move out, my brothers could move in.
I get it. Okay, so, but was the house paid for?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, who insured it? You said it was insured with yours. What does that, I don't know what that means.
Okay, I moved to Greeley and I bought a home here in Greeley.
Okay.
And I put my mother's house that she gave me on my insurance that I insured my new home on.
Well, you can't do that. You don't add a house to a house policy.
No,
well, actually, hold on. Actually, if you did, then it should be insured. If you did what you said, you should have a policy then with 2 houses on it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, send us that paperwork, and we'll make sure it's paid for.
Okay, but the problem I'm having with this insurance company, it's American Family. They're well known with them.
American Family sucks. What I doubt, Isabel, American Family is not a good company. But I doubt you had insurance because I've never ever heard of having insurance with 2 houses on one policy.
I have 2 separate policies, Tom.
Oh, good.
I paid my mother's as well as mine.
Okay, good. In other words, you were paying insurance on both houses.
Correct.
That makes sense.
But I had my purse stolen 2 months ago. I had all my cards reissued, and therefore they could not get into my account to let me know if the payment went through. I assumed it went through, and when I went to take them the claim on my house in Fort Morgan, they refused to pay it because they said I hadn't paid for 2 months because my insurance.
So your insurance at both houses lapsed?
Yes.
How do you? Did you get? Hold on. Did you get a notice that your insurance was lapsed?
No. Nope. And they didn't phone call me either.
Well, hold on. We need to get Compass Insurance on. We really need to get Compass on to talk about this. Hold on a second. They're supposed to tell you, but the way I understand it, you inherited the house, and you lived there until 2008. Then let brothers move in. Okay, and then when they moved in, you kept it insured, and you kept it insured under American Family. There's no reason to say, well, it was insured with my other home. That confuses things. As far as we're concerned, you had a policy with American Family, but your purse was stolen and they were no longer taking auto pays out. Well, that doesn't really set well normally. If you have an account stolen, auto pays still go through if they have a previous contract. So that's not adding up for me. But you hadn't paid insurance premiums and you didn't know it. But at least they're supposed to tell you that the policy is lapsed. So hang on and we'll figure this one out. Get beautiful floors for your garage, for your pool deck, for your sidewalks, for your garage aprons. That's GarageMagic.com. A lifetime warranty. All installers are employees and extensively trained. 720-600-HOME. 720-600-HOME. Beautiful garage coatings, lifetime warranty. GarageMagic.com.
We're good to go, Tom.
What was up?
There's a profile. I was in the wrong profile, but every day
There's something.
No.
Oh, no?
No, it's been good. But every day I can click, and it does its thing. But today I lost the profile.
Major metro highways looking good right now, pretty much full speed. One exception is a pocket of slower traffic northbound I-25 between Colorado Boulevard and Downing may have a stall or some debris in the roadway there. Just watch for that. But overall, you're going to be making excellent time now as you work your way around the metro area. No problems if you're traveling out of the metro, heading up to the Fort Collins area. Fox 31, Pinpoint Weather, partly cloudy, dry, a high of 78. Tonight's low 43, and then for tomorrow, a little bit cooler, a slight chance for rain.
And wind.
Expected to be 65. Currently
Today?
67.
Tomorrow. High winds again.
Traffic and weather, I'm Chris McLaughlin, 6:30. Hey, how?
Are you ready for summer? Murdoch's Wrench and Home Supply has everything you need for your backyard and beyond. During the early bloomer sale, find discounts spread across yard care, pet supplies, outdoor apparel, backyard furniture, much more. Hurry, because this sale ends Tuesday, only at Murdoch's.
I recommend that you sell your precious metals, tangled necklaces, mismatched earrings, broken watches, even your fine jewelry and diamonds to David Ellis Jewelry, 2640 East 3rd Avenue. That's 3rd and Clayton. He's been there for years and you can trust him. That's David Ellis Jewelry. If you have old stuff to get rid of, he'll weigh it and pay it and give you a check the same day. If you have diamonds, if you have jewelry, estate jewelry, that too. 303-322-8779. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. I started saying that so many years ago. Frank's been around 27 years, and I think I've known him the whole time. And I've been recommending people the whole time, and he has built quite a business. He can show by stats that he'll sell your house for more money and faster than almost anyone. And in almost every neighborhood he goes, he sets the records. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622.
Running a business comes with pressure. Remote workforces, HR compliance, retaining top talent. You start to feel boxed in. Fortunately, there's Insperity. They put 30-plus years of HR service and technology to work, offering my employees competitive benefit options while lightening my HR load. Instead of obstacles, I'm surrounded by people empowered to be their best. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Insperity. HR that makes it quick.
Tom? This is going to be a shit show.
Why?
Well, she signed a contract with Valor Roofing, who then had Solar One install it, and apparently they got a loan from something called Good Leap.
But did Solar One install it?
Yeah, but
She said it was
not yet. And now they can't, they're supposed to have Excel come out, and they're having, so it's 4 different companies involved in this. So
And it was installed already?
Yes.
Well, she never said that.
Well, I know.
Can you get her back on the air? I mean, this is bullshit. She never even said it.
Well, let me look at, it's really complicated.
But don't you think she would have mentioned that?
She should have. So there's 4 people involved in this. Valor Roofing, Solar One, Good Leap, and Excel. So I told her to send me the copies of what she has, and I'll look at it and see what's going on.
I don't know if you want to talk about it at all. You remember the Sedalia Bar and Grill right there at 85?
Okay, what did Mark send me? I didn't understand.
Okay, so we went.
He didn't even write anything.
Well, he did. Let me tell you what happened. We've been there a few times. They remodeled it. It's been great. We go there last night after getting our pellets for some drinks, and then we order meals. And Mark noticed the meal price was up a little bit. No big deal. She said, you need anything? I said, yeah, can we just get a couple waters with our meal when the meal comes? She brings 2 bottled waters. So we asked her, are we being charged for the bottled water? Because that seemed weird. Usually get ice water.
Yeah.
And she says, yes, $1 a piece, Tom. And she told us it's because Sedalia is running out of water and they can't flush their toilets if they give out free ice water. So owner decided to start charging $1 for bottled water.
But $1's not overpriced, is it?
It's $1. I'm just saying, like, have you ever been somewhere, a restaurant or anywhere where you can't get a free glass of ice water?
No.
We were just appalled.
You have to pay for water.
We were appalled. Couldn't believe it. But it was just the reasoning. She said, because they're running out of water. Really? Let's call Bud's Bar and see if they're running out of water across the street.
I'm going to text my person that cuts my hair because she lives down in Sedalia.
Oh, yeah, it'd be all over the news if Sedalia was running out of water.
You can buy a thing of 24 water bottles for $5 at Costco. Sells them for $1 a piece. That's pretty good.
I eat a bowl of cranberry honey nut toasted oats every morning because my whole goal is to start each day with tons of energy.
Grain-berry cereal with amazing onyx sorghum is a delicious way to keep your family's household on track, with more antioxidants than any fruit, vegetable, or cereal.
I'm Peter Harris for Grainberry cereal. Grainberry with amazing onyx sorghum starts with lower sugar than other cereals. Then we use only whole grains to help slow sugar absorption, making it great for managing diabetes and prediabetes. Whatever your health goals are, find it in a bowl of Grainberry cereal. Pick up a box today.
Denver's Talk Station, 630 KL.
Tom Martino here at 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. This is a terrible story. We got to figure it out. So I'm going to ask you to listen in, and we'll tell you the story. All right? First of all, One Clear Choice Garage Doors will handle all of your garage door needs. They're wonderful people. I've used them 6 or 7 times for garage doors, for openers, for repairs. OneClearChoiceDoors.com should be your clear choice. All of the prices on the website, OneClearChoiceDoors.com. So Brian Burns is with Compass Insurance Group. They're our insurance experts where you can call for insurance checkups, by the way. And we love talking about that because in many cases people find out they're underinsured and they could end up like the people in the Marshall fires where they can't rebuild. Brian, you told me right now it's like 90% of the people are underinsured.
Yeah, the Division of Insurance just came out with their numbers, and it's estimated that 92% of the people are underinsured.
That is tragic. My God.
Yeah.
Now, yep. Isabel moved into her mom's house after she died in 2000. The mom, Isabel, lived in 2006 to 2008. Then she let her brothers move in. And she said she was paying American Family for insurance on this house. The house was destroyed. American Family says, sorry, you don't have insurance. It lapsed. You missed 2 payments. Now, Isabel said, I never got notice it lapsed. The reason she missed payments, she was on auto pay. Is that right, Isabel? Were you on auto pay, or am I assuming that? I got to bring her up. Isabel, were you on auto pay?
Yes, sir.
And you had lost your credit card, you said, right?
Yes.
Your purse. And
correct.
When you got your new cards, the auto pays had been rejected.
Correct.
Well, I want to tell you a couple things before Brian talks. Whenever I've had an auto pay get turned down, I get an email or a notice or a text, and it says, American Family Insurance, in this case, attempted to draw money or make a payment. It failed. Go in and update your payment information. Now, Isabel, I'm going to tell you, they will absolutely, positively advise you when an auto payment is turned down. Why did you not get any advisements?
Okay, because they said, because my daughter helped me finance my new home. So when I got the new home refinanced through my daughter and her insurance, I just assumed they were taking the payment out on my house in Fort Morgan.
Why did you assume that?
Because they take it out every month.
No. But when you bought the house, where are you living now? Where's your house?
I live in Greeley.
Okay, so when you moved to Greeley, why did you think that your insurance policy for the house near Wiggins was still being paid?
Because they took it out of my account monthly.
How do you know it was for that house?
Because it said because my daughter is on my new house in Greeley. So she put my insurance on this house in her name. And I took the papers to my brothers from American Family so they'd have proof it was insured.
Isabel, your daughter insured the house in Greeley. How do you know that the house in Fort Morgan was still being insured?
Because they were taking payments out until I saw my card was stolen, and I canceled that card.
Okay,
But
they
I
were
never
taking
thought to
payments
call them.
out. They were taking payments out for both houses or for one house?
No, just the one. Just the one in Fort Morgan.
And how do you know it was for that house?
Because mine is under my daughter's name here in Greeley.
Okay, so the only other policy you had was the one in Fort Morgan?
Yes.
Okay, now, if you were making payments and suddenly stopped, Brian, what would the insurance company do?
Well, they would be required to notify her of a policy that is canceling. So, when it cancels, they're gonna send it out in the mail. Now, their only requirement, based off of the Division of Insurance or the insurance commissioner, is that they send it to the address that is listed on the policy. It doesn't have to be registered mail or anything she has to sign for. It just has to be sent to her to the address that is on file.
And you say you were never notified. How do you know? How do you know? What address did they have on file for you?
They had the one in Waldona.
Okay. Well, did they mail you a notice and your brothers threw it away?
They never received any mail in my name there because they rented a box and their names are the only ones on that
well,
box.
Well, then,
so
Isabel, it was your fault for not forwarding your address. They sent the notice to your address where you used to live.
Okay.
That's what they're going to say. So you don't have insurance.
Yes, that's what they're saying.
Okay, but you did have insurance up until 2 months prior to that.
Yes.
Do you have that policy?
No, because I took it to my brother's and it got the house. We lost the house. Everything burned.
Is American Family acknowledging that you did have insurance up till 2 months ago?
Yes, and then because they said that house was such a big house, it was a big payout. They don't think they could fix it, and they said it was going to cost too much.
No, Isabel, that's not a reason for turning down a claim. Did they say to you?
What they told me.
I thought you
there
said
should be something in writing, Tom.
Isabel,
what's the decline notice?
Isabel, that's what we want to know, the decline notice. Because first you're telling me they declined it because it was lapsed. Now you're telling me they declined it because it's too much.
That's what I told them. Why didn't they advise me if it was, lapsed?
Isabel,
they sent a notice,
what was the reason the claim was turned down?
Non-payment.
Okay. Then why did you just tell me they said it was because it was too much?
Because I went into American Family because it's right up the street where I live in Greeley, and they told me that house is 50,000 square feet. It's a historical marker in Morgan County.
It's
hold on.
It's 50,000 square feet?
Yes.
You know that's bigger than the White House. That's bigger than the White House. Do you understand that?
It's a huge
It's
house,
bigger than our state capitol. So you're saying it's 50,000 square feet?
Yes. We were told by the firemen that put out the fire. It's a historical marker. It had 9 bedrooms upstairs and a bathroom upstairs, and downstairs it had 3 bedrooms with a shower and a bathroom.
And how did you heat? How much did it cost to heat 50,000 square feet?
$500 every time we filled the gas tank with propane.
Okay. Is it possible you're mistaking and it was 5,000 square feet?
I could be, but I know
I think you misplaced a few zeros, Isabel. I don't want to get hung up on that. Well, okay. Brian, what does she do if she says this house was insured and it lapsed? I mean, American Family's not a great company. I don't put it past them to say they sent out a notice if they did. I mean, I don't put anything past.
A copy of it, Tom. I mean, I would ask for the copy of the notice that they mailed out, where it was mailed to. Did it come back to them?
Okay.
I would just start going down that and start pulling on that thread to see if there's something that doesn't add up.
All right. That's what we have to
She should have
start.
been notified also about the payments not going through, whether that be email or mail.
No, I know. Isabel, you still haven't addressed why your credit card did not send you notice that your auto payment was turned down.
Yes, they sent it to Well Done.
Isabel, you haven't. Listen, you have to understand something, Isabel. You're an adult, and I'm going to talk to you like an adult. You're telling me that you missed 2 auto payments and were never notified by your credit card. You're also telling me the insurance company never notified you that you were lapsed. Well, I can't believe all of those things happened. Now, did your credit card notify you if your auto payment did not go through?
No.
They never notified you?
No.
I don't believe you.
They didn't. I banked with Chase for 10 years, and they did not tell me no payments were going out.
All right, hold on. I'm just somehow I got disconnected. Brian, hold on. By the way, Compass Insurance for the insurance checkup is 303-996-9000. Isabel, I didn't mean to disconnect you if you're listening. I wanted to give it to Smarty Marty just for one thing. I wanted to find out from American Family where the notice went and if they have a copy of it.
Now, impact traffic.
The report is sponsored by Murdoch's Ranch and Home Supply.
Did you want to get that solo lady back on again, Tom?
What lady?
Yeah, so you want to get her back on? Let me tell Sue.
50,000 square foot.
No way. That's bigger than Tom's house. No one has a bigger house.
Fox 31, Pinpoint Weather, partly cloudy, skies dry, a high of 78 today. Tonight's low 43, and then a bit cooler for Friday with a slight chance for rain, a high of 65. Currently, it's 68. With your impact traffic and weather, I'm Chris McLaughlin, 630 K-How.
Are you ready for summer? Murdoch's Ranch and Home Supply has everything you need for your backyard and beyond. During the early bloomer sale, find discounts spread across yard care, pet supplies, outdoor apparel, backyard furniture, much more. Hurry, because this sale ends Tuesday, only at Murdoch's.
When we have questions about personal injury, especially auto accidents on this show, I go to my accident lawyer, John Fuller, and he can be your accident lawyer at myaccidentlawyer.co. Now, that stands for Colorado, myaccidentlawyer.co. Why is he my accident lawyer? Because he will take on clients and take care of them and give them attention and not just take the cream of the crop. In other words, if he decides to take your case, he will work your case and he will be in touch with you and you'll get his cell phone number. Don't be fooled by people who brag about how big and bad they are. You need results and you need attention. John Fuller will give you that. myaccidentlawyer.co, 303-597-4500 for a free evaluation of your case, 597-4500. Medical professionals will come to your home or office. All you have to do is text, and you'll get a same-day appointment. Rocky Mountain IV Medics. Do you know hydration therapy is one of the most common therapies there are, period, all right? So they do it for dehydration, vitamin deficiencies, you're not feeling good, you have the flu, whatever it is, it'll make you feel better, it'll help you. And it's a well-known solution. So what you can do is call or text to get the experts to you at no more than it would cost at a hydration bar. Why bother leaving the house when you can have it in your home or office? RockyMountainIVMedics.com, 720-987-2155, 720-987-2155.
Doc, what do you think about that service they've been? What do you think about that service they've been advertising, where they'll send a doctor to your house?
Oh, it's fine. It's just doctors on call.
Doctors on call.
It's a great idea.
I think it is.
And especially if they take Medicare instead of gouging you, which is what some of the old ones used to do. It wouldn't be covered and get hit with a huge bill.
Right.
But if they can take Medicare, then it's a great idea.
How's that even possible? To sell your home, get paid twice. You can with Orchard.
You know, it's like having Tom's IV people come.
Right, exactly.
Except this is even better.
They're real doctors.
Well, they're either doctors or they could be
nurse practitioners.
Nurse practitioners.
Or physician's assistants.
Yeah. Or it could be real doctors. I mean, I don't know.
The outside cash. That bears repeating. When your old home sells for more than Orchard paid for, you get paid again. And that happens 99% of the time with Orchard. Look, in this hot Denver market where there's so many home buying companies trying to lowball you, only Orchard pays you the upside when your old home sells for more. Want to get paid twice when you sell your home? I know I would. Learn how and get a free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
Oh, it's called Dispatch Help.
Right.
Well, soon you might be kicking yourself in the head. Rates are at historic lows, so take advantage of our new Fast Track loan with an unbelievable low rate of 3 1/4 rate and APR with our no closing costs 30-year fixed loan. That's right, no points, no fees. Hi, I'm Wesley Hoagland with Westland Financial, a trusted lender for over 20 years. Even if you've refinanced in the last year, we can still probably save you money. All it takes is a 5-minute phone call to find out how you can save up to thousands of dollars a year. This amazing 3 1/4 rate and APR won't last long, and our new Fast Track loan process can get it done in record time. So call today, 844-425-3669. That's 844-425-3669. 844-425-3669. It's the biggest no-brainer.
How many times have you heard this said?
Call us at 844-425-3669.
Right.
The biggest no-brainer in the history of America.
That's a great. I think it's a great tagline.
He needs web security professionals with a military background.
Even if it's not, it's. I think it's a good, memorable tagline.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast. Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from the Indeed dashboard, so you can stay organized and connected all the way to the hire. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
As a parent, you know kids are amazing and expensive, but with Fabric, protecting your family with term life insurance is surprisingly affordable with a personalized policy for your family starting at less than $1 a day. It's quick, easy, all online, and you can be approved instantly, plus no risk, cancel anytime. Secure your family's financial future today at meetfabric.com/future. That's MEET fabric.com/future. Fabric Insurance Agency policies issued by Mantis Life, not available in New York and Montana. Price is subject to underwriting and health questions.
The Travel and Adventure Show flies
Well,
into
it's time. You got Tony Martino on.
to May 1st. Get your tickets now. Go to KHOL.com for your chance to win.
Listen, I work in the night club. I need help. I got like 20 women want a piece of me. I look better now than I did 25 years ago.
He's insane.
Girlfriend. One of my girlfriends, a hairdresser.
Okay, said yes.
What?
I'll send you some pictures, bro.
Hi, Tom Martino here. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. I want to try to get to this very quickly here and help. Beth, one thing you really left out of your story, which was the most important part, you said that you signed up with Valor Roofing in July for a $54,000 system. You say you can't get a hold of them. You've never heard from them. There's a $14,000 tax credit. You don't have any copy of the contracts, but you don't qualify for the $14,000 tax credit. What you failed to mention to us is that they installed the system.
No, I didn't. I told you they came out and installed it.
Okay, we didn't hear that part, and I went back through the call, so I must have the tape didn't catch it. So, but
well,
here's the bottom line. Here's the bottom line. If they installed it, that was your turn to say, wait a minute, don't do it.
But if I would have known about this damn 3-day refusal, it would have been done. And on their purchase agreement, on their 3-day refusal, it states in there, you have 3 business days after you receive this document and the loan document dated and signed to cancel this. And they will come get all the equipment and everything else. Well, since I didn't receive the documents,
I received the purchase agreement in March, and the loan on March 17th. I didn't have a chance to cancel it.
Okay, so
and I
after
told them
after
numerous
you, hold
times,
on, after you got the paperwork, why didn't you cancel it then?
I did.
You did.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a
And
written.
told them to come
Hold on.
get it off my roof.
You gave them written notice that I hereby cancel under the 3-day right to rescind, which I just received.
Yep.
Okay, can you send that to us? That copy
I sure
yeah, send us the rescission notice you sent to them, because here's how it works: if they never gave you the right to rescind notice, then the right to rescind starts when you get notice. So if you sent them, as soon as you got that notice, you sent them a 3-day right, you sent them that in writing, give us a copy of that by email or however else you sent it, and then we will go after them. You know, Valor Roofing was nothing more than a lead generator. You know, that's a schlock company, in my opinion. Right. To go out and pressure people into a solar system, then they sell the contract to who?
To One Solar.
Okay.
And then One Solar.
So One Solar. So it was already installed by One Solar. Okay. Then what?
And then they sent a loan to a company called Good Leap, which is a loan company that apparently is subsidizing the loan. But the thing is, Tom, she's only paid $600 so far out of the $54,000. Is that correct, Beth?
The reason why that happened?
Wait,
did you pay $600?
Well, Good Leap, who we never even knew who these people were, started taking money out of our checking account.
Did you stop them?
When I finally called them, they said, "We're your solar company. You owe us the money." I'm like, "I have no idea who you are. I have no documentation. I have nothing." And they said, "Yes, you do. You have a loan agreement. You signed it." I said, "I have never seen that loan agreement. Send it to me."
So I think there's some fraud going on. So your husband never signed that loan agreement?
No.
We need to get Valor on. They're claiming they never signed these agreements. This is pretty serious fraud, and I think it starts with Valor Roofing. And people, I would call Valor and tell them you heard about him, because this sucks. 303-770-7663 is their number. Now, they can't avoid this just because they sold it.
She was sending me all the documentation.
Well, no, I want them to show us where the fuck she signed for this. These fucking assholes.
Well, I'm going to get a copy. She's sending me a copy that she signed. Then I'll see we'll look at it.
She says it's printed. She never signed it.
You want to talk about that today? You said to give it to you if we're getting...
Oh, my God, this is fucking stupid and crazy. This is something that can't be helped. It's the most amazing thing that ever happened.
Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah.
All right.
We should probably get her back on. Tell her, I don't know if we can help, but we can still make noise about it.
Who's this Beth lady?
Do we have her number?
Who are you talking? I thought that was for you. I don't even know what that's about.
Dave Lauer's friend. He has her. Or you might still have her number.
I thought this was your stuff.
No, it is. Dave Lauer gave it to us. We had her on the show already. Did you know that?
No.
You may have not been here. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And I want to get her. Dave Lauer will still have her number. Let's get her back on the air, and then I need that to reference.
Okay. Do you have Dave Lauer's number?
You know who Dave is? A producer for Mandy.
Was he an older gentleman?
Yeah.
Okay, so get the phone number from him.
Yeah.
Okay, see if he's here.
Since Russia's invasion of Ukraine began
so my brother is like.
months ago, the U.S.
Oh, was your brother that was calling?
Military and
Trying to sound off.
aid today.
Hold on.
He is mentally ill.
news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help a common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, welcome to the show. I'm Tom Martino. Thank you for being here. And don't forget, if you want great water at home, whether you're conditioning your water for better laundry, less detergent, better skin, better all-around plumbing, waterpros.net will do the whole house for under $2,000. That is an unbelievable price. You'll never get better systems at lower prices. You can compare plumbers that charge $8,000 to $10,000 for the same thing. Or no, for less of a system. Waterpros.net, drinking water under $1,000 fully installed. Waterpros.net, 303-862-5554. And you know what? When I make a recommendation, I want to hear from you. I don't do this willy-nilly. I don't just take on a sponsor unless I've tried them, I believe in them, and I trust them. Now, when it comes to solar, it's not unusual for companies to sell contracts for solar companies. That's not so unusual. I don't mind that part. What I don't like is when the consumer says they were taken by storm. They didn't know what was going on. It was so high pressure, and they're accusing Valor Roofer of that. Valor Roofing, she said, sold them a system. And this is what bothers me about it. Valor Roofing signed her up in July for a $54,000 system with the promise of a $14,000 credit. She says, a credit's not going to do me any good. We don't pay that much in tax. I want to clarify that later, but then she says she never got the right to rescind. Now, a right to rescind for in-home contracts is crucial. You get a right to rescind with roofers. You get a right to rescind with solar systems signed in the home. You get a right to rescind. And if they don't give it to you, it starts by the time you get it. You do not get a right to rescind with an automobile. So many people say, well, I bought the car. I knew I had 3 days. No, you don't. But the 72 hours or 3 days at home you have. But, Beth, see, we're looking at a contract. And Deputy Doc, on the contract we're looking at, does it show a signature or does it show a DocuSign? Do you know?
DocuSign. On the one, on the...
All right. She's not denying that. She said they did sign it, and there's a 3-day right to rescind on it, but she's saying when they signed it, they never got a copy of it. Is that what you're saying, Beth?
Yes. I never even knew about these documents until March.
You guys signed on an iPad or something?
Yep.
You see, that's the new trend, Doc.
They have them signed on an iPad. There's no way to prove they ever saw the right to rescind. There's no way to know that. And they get stuck with this. But what I don't understand is when they came to install it, why didn't you insist then that you don't want it anymore?
Because I thought I was already committed to it. I thought I was already screwed. But I still had never, I didn't even know what we were even paying at that time.
Now, when you say your husband, you and your husband don't pay any tax at all, or you pay...
Well, we do, but my husband's trying to retire, so he's not making as much money as he did 10 years
ago. This is
ago.
important to know, because really, it is important. When did you sign this contract? In July of 21?
Yep, July 7th.
Okay. That means you... Now, in all of 2021, you're telling me you and your husband will not have a $14,000 tax bill?
Oh, hell no.
Wait a minute. How much income do you have for all of 2021?
I'd rather not say that on...
Well, nobody knows who you are, Beth. You can be. Who cares? Nobody knows who you are. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's not like we're talking at a cocktail party. I'm going to go tell Mabel next door. I'm serious. No, I'm serious, Beth. I don't mean to give you a hard time.
My husband's W-2 is $67,000.
Okay. Then you're definitely... Okay, I shouldn't say definitely. Deputy Doc on a 60... No, not Deputy. Deputy Dollar. What is that on a? Do you know what that would be on a normal tax?
I take that back. It's $52,000 is what this says now.
52,000. And did you have any income? Do you have any income?
No, I do not. No, I do not.
I'll just say one thing, Tom. On the purchase agreement, there are several sections. Section 6.
You're gonna have at least 10 to 12,000 you can get back in a refund.
That's not what my tax man told me.
Well, if you pay, look, you paid some tax, and I don't know what tax man. Who's your tax man? I mean, like, is it a real accountant or is it online?
He's a tax accountant. He's a tax accountant.
A tax credit. So a tax credit. Listen, a tax credit means any tax you pay, you get back up to the $14,000, and you're certainly going to have at least $10,000 in tax. For God's sakes, he makes. If he had $52,000 or $60,000 in income, what do you think?
Yeah, but that's his business.
What do you mean that's his business?
That's what his business made, and that just rolls over. That's not what we make.
So he writes everything off, so you show no income?
We don't show very much income. I think we show 10,000 to 15,000 income.
Okay. I don't know what to do about this. Okay, I'm looking at the contract right now. 303-713-TALK, by the way, your problems, questions, complaints, what?
Section 6 he signed, Section 7 he didn't sign. 3-day acknowledgement. See that?
All right, he did not. Oh, they didn't tell him that. You know what? They didn't tell him that on purpose, I'll bet. You found something, Doc.
Yeah.
That 3-day right to rescind was not acknowledged by you guys. Hey, listen, I would fight them to remove it. I would. And you know what? We need to contact Valor and let them know. You know, Valor can't just wash their hands of this thing.
Right.
Who presented this contract? Was it Valor or was it the solar company?
Valor is the one supposedly that did this, but One Solar is who I got it from.
But who presented this to your husband to sign?
The kid that came out with Valor with Valor.
Okay, I would here's the most I think. Okay, I think you can sue Valor. I do. And I think we need to get you an attorney. And I think we should put Valor on notice that if they don't take care of this, that she was never, I got out of that by mistake.
Right.
She was never, they never acknowledged that 3-day right to rescind. And I want to get Kranak on or somebody. I want to get an attorney on that might take this. Beth, I'm telling you that Valor, I think, pulled a fast one, tried to sell it to you, didn't want you to know you had 3 days, so you felt stuck. You went ahead and had it done, but you told them you gave them a 3-day right to rescind anyway. So when did you give them that 3-day right to rescind? Or were you just really telling me that and you really didn't do it? Tell me the truth.
No, when I started reading the contract, when I finally got it in March, and I saw that it says on theirs.
Yeah. So when you finally found out there was a 3-day right to rescind, you said, I want to rescind.
Yeah.
And did they say, hold on, did they say it's too late?
They haven't never sent me anything. I mailed it to them, I mailed it to Valor, and I mailed it to One Solar.
All right, Doc, we got a complicated case here, but all three companies need to know they never acknowledged the 3-day right to rescind, which gives them a 3-day right to rescind from the time. And I'm telling you, they got a problem. They have a real problem because until they acknowledge that, the 3 days doesn't even start.
Well, she's only paid $500.
It doesn't, Mark. Why, I mean, Doc, why do you keep saying that?
Well, because could she just tell the company, take it back, I'm not paying the loan?
Well, yeah, but then they're going to sue her. I'm telling her she needs to be proactive here. They need to cancel the loan and get the stuff off her roof. Valor Roofing, people, beware of Valor. 303-770-7663. Ask someone from Valor to come on the air and justify how they sell something. I wonder if they sell their roofers that way. I wonder if they sell their roofs that way, where you're supposed to give them a 3-day right to rescind, and they don't show it to the consumer. I wonder if this is the way they do business at Valor Roofing. What the hell? You know, you may have a name that sounds great, Valor, but it's the actions that count, Valor. It's the actions that count. Yes, what?
Mark's listening. He said to tell you that the tax credit carries over for years.
If the tax credit does carry over, that's a good thing, but it still doesn't negate the fact, by the way, that they didn't give her a 3-day right to rescind that she acknowledged. So it's up to her what she wants to do. I mean, I know that eventually the tax credit will pay, but she's saying he's retiring and he's not going to pay any tax. You're going to pay some tax even on Social Security. But that's neither here nor there right now. They jumped the gun at Valor Roofing, people. Beware of Valor Roofing.
Stop avoiding your erectile dysfunction.
Peak Performance for Men is offering your best offer yet. Call
Yeah,
today
that's
for
a state
free
law.
consultation
In-home
and free blood
sales.
evaluation.
3-day right to refuse.
210-8181. Peak Performance for Men helps over 80% of men who receive the treatment experience long-term improvement. Let the experts at Peak Performance for Men help you today. All it takes is one phone call for a free consultation. Free evaluation. Call 1-800-210-8181. That's 1-800-210-8181.
Colorado Pain Care, Sport and Spine. I joke I have a parking space over there. Listen, I wondered why I kept injuring myself. They finally found something, a weak SI joint. And yes, you can do exercise and physical therapy to strengthen that, but there's also other procedures available that they introduced me to, minimally invasive, including a cushion for the SI joint to take pressure off the nerve. Colorado Pain Care has all kinds of stuff, and I'm working with them, and thank God I found them. And you can find them too. It's really easy. They're a phone call away for a consultation. And listen to this, all right? They have hours, office hours, from 7 to 7, so it's very convenient. 303-GOT-PAIN. Look them up, find out where they're located all around, coloradopaincare.com, 303-GOT-PAIN. While we're on the topic of helping people, let's talk about Empower Reverse Mortgage. Empower, that's Mark Massey and his team. And what I like about Mark is he's open for information. You know, you may not want to get a high-pressure sale, or you don't want to apply. You just want to learn more about the reverse loan, about the lump sum you can get, or the monthly payments, or maybe a line of credit. He'll walk you through the entire process and take good care of you. That's the kind of person he is, with a heart for seniors. That's Mark Massey. And Empower Reverse, that's empowerreverse.com, 720-500-7719, 720-500-7719.
Hi, my name is Joe Cordell. Sometimes in divorce, courts require the higher earners to pay for the other.
I am so pissed at these fucking assholes.
Or alimony. Usually this order can be modified in certain circumstances. But such modifications
Well, I gave you the info. See if they get back to me.
Acquainted with such matters. At Cordell & Cordell, that's.
Are you calling the solar company?
Yeah, well, I called Valor to start with.
Oh, okay.
It says Valor Roofing and Solar. So one solar may be a subsidiary. So it's all entangled.
Oh, it's a mess.
Yep.
It's the new way to
So
sell.
we will see.
For example, Orchard makes you a cash offer for your home. And when your home sells for more,
I wonder if One Solar is that company out of Utah that Marty dealt with. And it might be One Solar.
Let's see. I want to check something.
And he knows like a senior VP there or something like that. I think we actually had 2 cases. I want to say it was One Solar. Right?
Okay, area code.
Is it 801?
385.
Oh, I have no clue what that is.
Yep, that's Utah.
Oh, it must be a new one.
No, that's.
No, when I lived in Utah, it was 801.
Yeah, but that company, One Solar, Marty has a contract with.
No, Marty knows someone pretty high up because of another case he was working on.
Living with chronic joint pain, Andrea Southern is now living a normal life, pain-free. Thanks to natural biological.
I can text him. Marty's at lunch, but if you looked it up and it was Utah, they're headquartered in Utah.
On the radio, and somebody call me, check it out. That phone call changed Andrea's life. QC Kinetics used powerful natural biologics to treat her aching joints. Its high-tech precision
Marty's number?
Restore and repair damaged joint tissue with no surgery and no drugs, providing lasting relief.
I felt like I was in my 20s again. I could tie my own shoes. Really, the little things that you don't think about.
Pain in
I could
hips,
look at his
knees,
text.
back, shoulders. Get rid of the pain now. Call QC Kinetics. 303-900-8986. That's 303-900-8986.
Area code 954
303-900-8986.
562 3308. Oh, I shouldn't put that up over
I
there.
sent him a text. A message.
Hopefully all the crazies won't start calling Marty.
The roller coaster stock markets make you nervous with such frequent ups and downs. Don't let market volatility derail you.
You know how you're tired of commercials? Here's one I'm tired of this one.
Your money, your retirement, Saturday on 630 KHOW. If you're concerned about the markets, call today to schedule a complimentary review of your portfolio. Call 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8604. Or online, yourmoneyyourretirement.com.
This report is sponsored by ExpressPros.com. Another warm day for your Thursday. Temperatures in the upper 70s and low 80s. We'll see a little more cloud cover by later on this afternoon. The wind will pick up to right around 15 to 20 miles per hour. I'm Fox 31 Pinpoint Weather Team Meteorologist Kylie Burst.
For inspiration to reach your goals, join Ben Menton to get on track with 5 steps to make the seemingly impossible possible. Register at expresspros.com/expresstalks, a free virtual event May 5th from Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Denver's talk station. Online at khow.com.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Renew Home Innovations has beautiful bathrooms. They start with the shower tub area and can completely renew that. You know, most of them are so ugly in these older homes or even middle-aged homes. You can have a beautiful new rectangle shower, perimeter drains, no thresholds, not even a shower door or curtain. The way they curve, the water doesn't get out. And it's just beautiful. Grab bars, seats, benches. Excellent for elderly with the no threshold for walkers or wheelchairs, but for anyone, it's beautiful. And they can do a tub shower combination if you want, but most people are doing separate. They do a tub and a shower, but you can do whatever. Renew Home Innovations special pricing for seniors, and right now 50% off labor. That is amazing. 50% off labor. 303-904-2000, 904-2000, renewhomeinnovations.com. All right, so we're working on a couple things right now, but the bottom line is this, people. I want you to know something. This new trend in signing iPads or phones or laptop or whatever, just signing virtually, and you don't have a hard copy and they say we're going to email it to you. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I say, here's what you do. You email it to me right now. Let me look at it first. I wouldn't just, if they shove it in my face, I wouldn't sign it unless I read every single word, because you have to make note of rights to rescind, which include contracts in the home. You get a 3-day right to rescind. You get a 3-day right to rescind for a roofing contract. You get a 3-day right to rescind for health clubs. You get a 3-day right to rescind for timeshare. So there's certain things you get a 3-day right to rescind. Certain states have different laws. 303-713-TALK is our number, 713-8255. And what I don't understand is why Valor would shove something in their face and have them sign it, but the part that says I acknowledge there is a 3-day right to rescind this contract, interestingly, was not signed. Think about that. It was not signed. So they're almost like keeping people from reading it. Otherwise, why wasn't it acknowledged? Because they're supposed to say sign here. And it was a whole separate section, wasn't it, Doc?
Absolutely.
And it said, I acknowledge this 3-day right to rescind. That means I don't think Valor's probably doing that on their roofs either. You know, of course, you know, with our lame Better Business Bureau. By the way, the Better Business Bureau right now, they're dinosaurs. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, it's not something now with the internet, with reviews, with people, with shows like mine. You don't need them. They're the worst because all they are an association of back scratchers, and they give good ratings. We have a guy in prison that still has an A+ rating. He's in prison for fraud, and they give him an A+ rating. So you can't go by the Better Business Bureau. It's one of the worst organizations because they purport themselves, thank you, of being great. And it turns out that they're worse than that, because when you say we protect you and you don't, you're worse. So, as far as I'm concerned, in this case, Valor Roofing, in my opinion, cheated this woman. So I want you to call them back and see if they'll address it. Did you call them back?
I called him, left a message. But the good news is Marty has a contact at Solar One. And he said,
really?
The guy at Solar One is a great guy, stand-up guy. So once I get in touch with Valor, I'll call his contact at Solar One and maybe get through some of this red tape.
Deputy Smarty Pants, good, thank you. So Beth, hang on, and I'm going to just cut you loose, and then we'll work on this, okay?
Okay, because that's my biggest deal is they can't prove that they emailed it to me because, believe me, if I would have saw all this, it would have been canceled.
Even if they did email it to you, let me explain something. They never had your husband sign that one part that acknowledges the 3-day right to rescind. Do you understand that? I didn't even realize that. I thought when you signed the contract, you automatically acknowledged that 3-day right to rescind. But in their contract, there's a very separate issue there where you have to acknowledge that separately. So Deputy Doc found that when he looked over your documentation. That's really good. So Beth, we will be in touch. Doc, you have her number, right, to be in touch?
Absolutely.
All right. 303-713-TALK is our number. If you have a problem, question, or complaint, the important thing is not to let people walk on you. Not to let people rush you. You know, so many times they want to rush you through. And you don't know the price, or you don't know there's so much you don't know. Now, to review what we had today, which is really important, this is a really bad situation where Isabel's insurance was lapsed and did not know it. Now, I don't have any great love for American Family, but I'll bet you she really did miss 2 payments because her credit card was lost or hacked, but she would have been notified, and I'll guarantee you that she ignored it, or notice was sent to the address she left and her brothers ignored it, or she never changed her address. So who's responsible? Well, Brian Burns over at Compass Insurance Group said, listen, if you leave an old address anywhere, and that's where the notification is, that's all they have to do. They don't have to chase you down. So if they had to notify her, her insurance lapsed, and she didn't get the notification because she did not update her address, she's screwed. And now she has a house that's nothing more than a burning hole in the ground. Now, she should call a public adjuster. That will help. But it's going to be an uphill battle. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. Also, whenever you are parking somewhere, it's important that you know if there's a kiosk or an app or some way to pay for that parking. It's not uncommon for them to say you didn't pay. It's not uncommon to have a screw-up of some kind. And no matter where you're parking has become all cyber, all virtual. In that event, you need to know something. When you get a parking ticket from a private entity, it is not the same as a parking ticket from the city or the county. It is not the same. It is a private collection notice. That's what it is. They're accusing you. They're saying to you, we're accusing you of not paying. You don't have to pay it because you got that ticket. And if they say they're going to ruin your credit, trust me, not many people are going to care about an unpaid parking ticket at a downtown parking lot on your credit.
And you should always pay with a credit card because you have documentation that it was paid as opposed to paying cash.
That's right, because on a credit card, it's going to show the date and time and the amount. What does Joseph want, Suze? I can take.
He's Ukrainian, and he wants to know your thoughts on the war.
Okay, Joseph. Welcome. Joseph.
How you doing, Tom?
How long have you been here in the U.S.?
I've been here for 15 years, but I have relatives in Ukraine and Kiev.
How are they doing right now?
Not too good.
Are they actually?
Kiev is a little
Are they
safer,
actually
a little
still
safer.
there, Joseph? Are they actually still there?
Yeah, they are. That's the sad part about it. You know, I want to just say that Putin is a monster, and Hitler is a bigger man. Hitler came back to life, you know.
So, what are you calling about today? Can we help you with anything?
Well, no, I just want to make a comment about that, and I wanted to make a comment about Blue Sky Plumbing.
Blue Sky Plumbing. Okay, what about him?
You know, I really want to tell you something.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm very disappointed. I know that they're on the referral list.
Yes,
I'm very disappointed.
Well, listen, when I tell you that I want to hear feedback, I'm not kidding around. I do want to hear feedback. Well, why are you disappointed? Why are you disappointed?
Well, because they didn't show up on time. They canceled a couple times, you know. And I'm very, very disappointed. Maybe they do good work. Maybe
no, I don't. Why aren't they coming up on a search here, Suze? Blue Sky's not coming up
They
on my...
haven't been on our list in a while. We've had some issues with them, I think.
Okay, Joseph, I'm being told they're not on our list anymore, and they were taken off for issues.
Okay, whatever they are, I'm very disappointed.
Okay.
And they should keep what they said. They're going to be on time, and they're going to do something. They should do it.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. And
you know, and I know they're doing good work. They came highly recommended from you at the time.
Well, at the time,
you know,
yes.
It's been a while,
and it's important.
They came highly recommended
This brings up a good point, by the way.
I do appreciate everything that you do.
Yeah.
But I know they do good work, like I said, but they are not.
By the way, this brings up a good point, and that is if you're going to have work done, it's important that you check the referral list to make sure people are still in good standing. But I want to ask you something, Joseph, as far as the Ukrainian stuff, are you satisfied with the response from America?
Well, it's a big question. You know, my parents were in World War II when the Nazis occupied Poland.
Yes.
And then from Poland, we moved to Ukraine. But, you know, without an Air Force, there's nothing you can do. I mean, if you don't have planes, look at Israel in 1967, Six-Day War. You know why they won? Because they destroyed the Egyptian Air Force in 6 days.
Right. You're right.
That's why they won.
No, an Air Force is crucial.
If you don't have cover from the air, you're basically not doing the job.
You know, it's funny how quickly we got involved when Iraq went into Kuwait. But when Russia goes into the Ukraine, they weren't as interested in saving people as they were oil wells. And that's the God's honest truth.
It's apples and oranges, Tom. You can't compare the two. Because getting into war with Iraq is not the same as getting into a war with Russia.
Now, impact traffic. This report
There's
is
no question.
by the Ad Council.
I-25 northbound.
So you pick your enemies.
Well, no, you make an intelligent choice that you can't get into a war with Russia. And that what you do is he just authorized several $1 billion more in military aid, which is the smart thing to do.
If we were in a war with Russia, do you think they'd lob nukes over here?
I don't know what they would do.
I don't think so.
They certainly.
But where would it be fought?
They certainly would use. It would be fought on Russian soil.
Yeah. Why is it that we're hardly? No one ever. I mean, other than Hawaii. Back in Pearl Harbor, no one really invades the U.S.
You can't invade the U.S.
because of our geographic.
Because of the two oceans and our Navy and our Air Force. It's impossible. By the time they got the material to invade us, we would destroy.
You know, we're coming up on spring, which is a time of flooding and sometimes even broken pipes because of cold snaps here and there. But anything can happen to a property. I call it a property insult or a property catastrophe. And what you need is a company you can trust to mitigate damages, stop further damage, yes, and to even help rebuild. The whole industry sucks. If you took a big bucket of restoration companies and put your hand in it, you're going to touch several rip-offs. It's going to be difficult to pick out the gem. I did it for you. American Restoration 24/7. When I say they're the best, I mean in honesty, integrity, and skill, and EPA certifications for toxic molds, asbestos, or anything else you need mitigated. AmRest 24/7. 8337-AMREST. 8337-AMREST, or online at amrest247.com. Real estate right now is brisk. I mean, it might be slowing down a little, but the point is this. Whether you're doing commercial or residential real estate, we are in a bad habit out west here. We don't have attorneys at closings. Well, you don't really need them at a closing, but you certainly should have an attorney look over your documents. That's where Brad O'Brien comes in, especially if you're doing owner financing or you're buying with a partner, you're not married, you have to have some agreement, or you just need help with a real estate issue. O'Brien Legal Services, olslaw.com, 720-370-7388.
Greenberry, healthy cereal for your family.
Don't you think that's a reasonable explanation, Tom?
Yeah.
I'm Peter Harris with breaking news. Our Greenberry cereals are packed with tons of plant-based fiber and more than 6 times the amount of antioxidants found in blueberry. Great tasting Greenberry with amazing.
You know, I never dreamed this fucking president could be so bad.
Nobody
The administration could be this incompetent in everything. I mean, everything.
Our goal was to create healthy cereals for your family without sacrificing an ounce of flavor. Try it for yourself. Grab a box of Greenberry Bread Flakes, honey nut toasted oats, or delicious cinnamon frosted shredded wheat. You'll love the flavor and make today the day that you
I can't believe that Trump lost, really.
with Greenberry.
Are you kidding?
Well,
There was so much anti-Trump.
It's personality. There still is. It's his personality.
Yeah.
A lot of people hold their nose to vote for him.
If he had just kept his mouth shut and just did what he did with policy-wise, he wasn't reelected.
And how he would attack individuals as the president of the United States and fucking call them out.
Well, the guy, you know,
The president of the United States sometimes at 3 or 4 in the morning calling out a reporter.
he has personality issues, he has ego issues.
30% off your next order.
And he's bruised too easily.
The more thankful I become for this
You know, you gotta have
relationship.
thick skin to be a politician.
Provided me with the highest quality products available at a lower cost per milligram than the run-of-the-mill stuff you're going to find at big box stores. And for the entire month of April, you get free shipping on all orders.
And how do you let a casino go bankrupt? The casino is like a big printing press for money.
Who went bankrupt?
His casino's in Atlantic City.
Atlantic City.
Hi, folks. Dan Cicchini.
I mean, how do you have a casino?
When did it go?
Oh, I don't remember when exactly.
15 years ago or something? It's
Maybe.
been a while.
It's been a while, but still.
Well, there's only one way we'll research.
The Taj Mahal.
Yeah, it was a Taj.
Replacement kitchen, only custom-built cabinets by our own people for a fabulous look. Bathrooms, you can count on the tried and true done-right bathroom renovation system. And windows and entry doors? Dad, how about your 2 cents worth? Well, it starts with a quality window or door, yes, but I'm here to tell you that preparation, installation, and finish are exactly why they'll be able to join those that say, done right, did right by me. So folks, whether it's kitchens, baths, counters, or floors, or even replacement windows and doors, as always, you have our word, we'll treat you right, it's done right. 303-722-2295, 800-362-8370, or drhi.com.
How long will this bull market last? What will the next recession look like?
Are you financially prepared? Visit my website now at kurtcambier.com for your free portfolio analysis. That's Kurt with a K, CAMBIER.com. Securities offered through Cambridge Investment Research Inc., a broker-dealer, member of FINRA SIPC. Investment advisor represented Cambridge Investment Research Advisors Inc., a registered investment advisor. Cambridge and Centennial Capital Partners are not affiliated.
Denver's Talk Station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Let's talk about your problems, questions, and complaints, okay? Right now, Lewis has a question on the 3-day right to rescind. A very confusing topic, Lewis. Go ahead.
Hey, Tom. I appreciate you taking my phone call. So the 3-day right to rescind, is that dependent on if the contractor solicits your house by cold calling, or if you invite a contractor in? Does that matter, or is that 3-day right rescind valid?
It's a sale in the home, or in the that's one case, or by statute, and the statute does not address who solicits who.
Fantastic.
So, in other words, if you call someone to your house and you sign a contract, they still have to give you 3 days.
Perfect.
And by the way, it also goes if you take a loan out. So if you take a loan out on your house and it's held as collateral, then they have to give you a 3-day right to rescind. And there's there's also
refinance only or for purchase.
Well, what do you mean? No. For anything that requires a lien on your home, there's a 3-day right to rescind. Anything.
Fantastic.
There's another one that people that in this law, and I don't mention it often because it's confusing. It's door-to-door sales or sales done other than the normal place of doing business. So what exactly does that mean? If you meet an insurance guy at a restaurant or at Starbucks, that could be construed as other than the normal place of doing business. Then you could have some guys say, but it's not. I always meet people at Starbucks. So it's a weird one, but there is a clause that talks about other than the normal place of doing business. So in other words, I read that to mean not your office, not my office, but we meet somewhere. So anyway, thank you for asking about it. Jennifer, you want to know about, is this a problem we took on last week or what?
We did, and you wanted Larson on for the call, so I'm trying to get them now.
Oh, good. Okay, I'll wait for until we get Larson on, okay? Larson Tax Relief will help us with your call. Rusty, what is going on in your life, Rusty?
Well, Tom, a couple of days ago, I had my credit card put a hold on my funds because they found a $400 purchase at King Soopers. Now, I never lost my card, and I don't have a copy of the card. So if somebody hacks your information, how do they get a physical card to use in a store?
Well, they don't. They do it online.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, that's how they do it. Rusty, are they sending you a new card?
Yes, and they canceled they stopped payment on that.
Good.
King Soopers.
Are they the ones that contacted you about this?
No, actually, I was paying my phone bill, and the phone company got a hold of me because my card was denied.
Oh, so you had gone over your limit?
No, it hadn't gone over the limit. They just noticed that was kind of strange because I never used my card like that at King Soopers.
Oh, so the credit card company locked it?
Yes.
That's pretty cool. What's the name of the credit card company?
Well, it's a Visa card, but it's through Partner Credit Union.
Yeah. See, some of these processors now, Rusty, some of them have algorithms that if you go outside the algorithm, like let's say Rusty never shops at a supermarket for more than $20 or $30, and all of a sudden he's at a supermarket and it's $400 or $500, he might be rejected. I got rejected this morning because I made a charge that was extra big, and it was turned down. And so you have to, like, sometimes if you go outside your algorithm, you have to call the number, and they have to put it through, or they text you and say, "Is this you?" We have more coming up. Get your calls in 303-713-8255. Actually, I'm not.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com.
All is well on your travels on the metro area major highways. I-25 traffic looking good, and earlier problems right around 84th on northbound, all cleared now, back up to full speed. Traffic is good on I-70 as well, with no reported slowing. 6th Avenue looking good. Now, if you're in Lakewood, there is an accident reported at Alameda and Pierce. Fox 31, Pinpoint Weather, partly cloudy, skies dry, a high of 78. Tonight's low 43, and then for tomorrow, just a bit cooler with a slight chance for rain.
Just a bit cooler.
For a high tomorrow of 65. Currently, it's 70. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Chris McLaughlin, 630 KHOW.
Need to hire? Need Indeed. Their hiring platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates in one place. Apply for a job and immediately get a short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Frank Duran says, "Give me a day, and then you can cancel anytime you want." If you want to list your home with Frank, first he'll do the market analysis to let you know what he thinks it'll sell for. He may not list it for that. He may list it for less. In order for you to get multiple offers, Frank has stats to show he can sell for more money and in a shorter time than most anyone. And he has set a record for me when he sold my condo. It's amazing. I want to say something. Frank Duran, the real estate man, he says one day, meaning he'll stage your house, get it all ready, clean it, list it. If you decide in a day you don't want to use him, you change your mind, or whenever, he never penalizes you or holds you to a contract because he wants to earn your trust every day. This is above and beyond anyone else in the industry. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622.
For 150 years, CIBC has helped people go from where they are to where they want to
What
be.
war comment did I make that could upset anyone?
To managing.
I know, it's about that Ukraine thing, but I don't.
What did I say? I don't remember.
From generating wealth to generations.
Oh, about oil wells.
A bank should take
That could be.
you where you are to wherever you want to be. CIBC. Ambitions made real. CIBC Bank USA, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Business owners, are you feeling bogged in by the pressures of running your business, managing remote workforces, keeping up with changing regulations and HR compliance, hiring and retaining top talent, handling payroll? The list just goes on and on. Well, there's a limit to what you can do to keep your employees engaged while running your business smoothly. Fortunately, there's Insperity. They put 30-plus years of HR experience to work to help you develop a people strategy to support your business strategy, focusing on the health of your organization. What if your HR strategy included access to better benefits to help you keep employees you have and attract new ones? What if it also offered training for your employees to increase their skills as they become more productive? There will always be challenges to face in business, and no matter where they come from, Insperity is ready to help you move past them by providing the HR solutions that you need. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Insperity, it's HR that makes a difference.
Imagine selling your home and getting paid twice. How's that even possible? To sell your home and get paid twice? You can with Orchard. It's simple. Orchard makes you a solid cash offer on your home. You agree? Boom. Here's your cash. Orchard handles everything from there. Paint, repair, clean, list, and show your home. And if your old home sells for more than Orchard paid you for it, you get the upside cash. That bears repeating. When your old home sells for more than Orchard paid for it, you get paid again. And that happens 99% of the time with Orchard. Look, in this hot Denver market where there's so many home buying companies trying to lowball you, only Orchard pays you the upside when your old home sells for more. Want to get paid twice when you sell your home? I know I would. Learn how and get a free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
Your happiest spring starts at Lowe's because SpringFest is on now. Find everything you need this season at a great low price like a Craftsman 20-volt string trimmer for just $99. And grab select Miracle Grow Brilliant Blooms 25-ounce annuals, 2 for $10. Come into Lowe's today for the Fun and savings of SpringFest. Lowe's. Home to any budget. Home to any possibility. Miracle Grow offer in-store only. Track size and selection varies by location. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. About 428 and 54.
There are so many words to describe Panera's new Chef's Chicken sandwiches. The chicken, juicy, secure, savory. The brioche roll, buttery toasty. The Parmesan crisp, crunchy, tangy. The secret open, creamy, and rich. All those words for life. These are just Panera's new Chef's Chicken sandwiches. Enjoy $1 delivery.
To bring our country back. We made America great, and now we're going to have to make America great again. So I say, whatever you can do, help out. We have to meet a deadline. The midterms are coming up. It's going to be one of the most important elections in the history of our country. So I hope you can help out and help out. We really appreciate it, and good luck.
After all, there's more to a refinance than just a lower rate. You can also accept cash for the things that you need, like improving your home, paying for college, or even getting rid of debt faster. All are possibilities when you choose American Financing. So why not get a free mortgage review to learn more? If you start soon, you could close in as few as 10 days, and you could skip 2 payments. So call 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000 or online, AmericanFinancing.net.
NMLS 182334, regulated by the Division of Real Estate. 630 KL, an iHeartRadio station.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Bob, what's going on with you, Bob? Welcome.
Welcome, Tom. I just wanted to tell you, you had me on the radio about a month ago, and I can't thank you enough. I'm getting tons of calls, especially people not sure if even the companies they're using are doing stuff right. So I just wanted to tell you thank you personally. You're making us successful, and we're always here for any of your radio listeners that might need us.
Oh, I'm sorry, LEM Landscape, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm glad you're doing well. Thank you. That's a business that is pretty, anybody can call themselves a landscaper, as you know it.
Yep.
I'm glad you're doing well. That's LEM Landscaping, and he was on the show the other day on the referral list, referralist.com. Mark, hey, Mark, what is your comment, sir?
Hello, Tom.
Hey.
Well, I just wanted to make a comment about when you said they care more about the oil.
Well, I wondered, here's what I said. We had a bigger response, obviously, boots on the ground, when Iraq went into Kuwait as opposed to helping the Ukrainian people.
Right. And I would just like to make the point that we had a Republican administration at that point, and this administration has had months before the invasion to prepare and did nothing. So that's a big difference.
You're right about that. I never thought about that, Mark. They did have months and months and months, didn't they? And who knows why they didn't prepare more? Are they afraid? Was he afraid? I don't know. I almost believe that behind closed doors, they could have said stuff like this. If Putin invades Ukraine, it'll take attention off of some problems at home, and we can blame him for rising gas prices and inflation and shortages. Maybe that could have happened. Look, I know you think I'm a political animal, a lot of you. I'm not. I swear to God I'm not. I really am not. But truly, and I really mean this sincerely, I promise you I'm not. I have voted both ways. I voted no ways. I don't even think politics is the answer. But I want to ask you, though, do you truly believe that this administration is doing a good job? I find it shocking that even 33% or whatever his rating is finding him doing a good job. That's all. I do. I find it shocking. So why don't we've been unable to get Larson tax relief on for Jennifer. Okay, I want to recap her problem at least so I'm ready when they come on. Jennifer, what was the issue you had with TurboTax?
When I filed my taxes in
there were my 2020 taxes in 2021. When I did my taxes through TurboTax, I elected to have the payment taken out of my return.
Yes.
And so part of that money is sent.
Meaning, here's what she means by that is she wanted to pay TurboTax's fee out of a refund. So the money went to a third party that is supposed to divide it up. They give TurboTax their fee and they send the rest to you.
Correct.
But you've never gotten it.
Right. I've got part of it, but there's $600 that I haven't gotten. And my problem is, the Santa Barbara tax group is not reachable. There is a phone number, but it's an
But why are they keeping, well, here's what I don't understand. Why are they keeping part of it?
I don't know this for fact, but from what the IRS has told me and TurboTax, I don't know why they took out, it was, I don't know, it was like $800, close to $800 is what they kept. And then my fees were like almost $200.
So you have, okay, so maybe they took out $800 to be sure they had enough to pay.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting, like the gist of it over this last year of trying to figure this out. But it seems kind of like a random number.
Wait, you filed in you're right, you filed in January of 2021. My God, and they still haven't sent you your money.
No, and I have not even been able to speak to a person at Santa Barbara Tax Group.
Geez, I'm not sure Larson can help with this really, because it's not an IRS thing. But can you hang? We got to give it some thought. We got to be able to get a hold of Santa Barbara Tax Service by some means. Hold on. I'm Tom Martino. Any problem you have, give us a call, 303-713-TALK. We want to help you, even if you just want to make a little noise. 303-713-8255.
So the guy from Solar One called me. Yeah. He sounds very reasonable, and he said he's been working with them for the past week.
Yeah, but this issue...
He's going to go out there within the next 2 or 3 days, talk to them, and they'll get back to me and let me know what the resolution is. So let's see what happens.
But it's not his problem as much as it is Valor.
That is Valor.
Solar One is not Valor.
No, Valor is a
salesman.
Right. And he said Valor and One Solar, he says a reputable company would give the people the right to cancel up until installation. He's been talking to them back and forth.
She never knew she had that right.
Well, he said that, now this is where I disagree with him. He said if you read that clause, by them signing it, that acknowledges that they want the 3-day cancellation. And I don't agree with that.
That they waived it?
No. He said if they sign that, that means that they're exercising their right to cancel.
Oh.
And I don't know.
I don't know.
That's not what it says.
Do you still have it?
Yeah.
Let me look at it. I actually...
I just read. I didn't get that.
Tom Martino.
I see what you're saying.
Mornings at 10. Streaming live on our free iHeartRadio app and at khow.com.
ABC News, I'm Phil Lipoff. It's day 63 of the war between Russia and Ukraine, and so far no end in sight. President Biden now requesting Congress approve another $33 billion in additional aid to help provide defense weapons and set up long-term protections against Russian attacks. He pushed back on Russia's claim the U.S. is fighting a proxy war.
Despite the disturbing rhetoric coming out of the Kremlin, the facts are plain for everybody to see.
I don't read it that way.
Russia. We're helping Ukraine defend itself against Russian aggression.
Despite
the
U.S. and Russia agreed to
you may cancel by emailing
Reed was released yesterday after spending nearly 1,000 days in detention on charges he assaulted police in Russia. Reed was reunited with his parents in Texas today. The Commerce Department showed GDP fell at an annual rate of 1.4%. Analysts say consumers...
These are the terms and conditions of the 3-day right to rescind. It's not if you want to cancel, fill this out.
This ABC
Right.
Russia has halted oil and gas supplies to Poland and Bulgaria for not paying in rubles. Ukrainian President Zelensky says it's an example of how Russia is weaponizing commodities. The move could also have an effect on gas prices here in the U.S.
the national average right now, $4.15 a gallon.
Yeah, I don't read it that way.
No,
it's signing that.
Go down and even stabilize over the past month.
So let's see. He's going to go out there. Let's see what they agree on. He said once they get everything is all set, and once they get the signed thing from Excel, this system is up and ready to go.
But if they don't want it,
well,
they never get back to it.
I agree.
And they're not going to be able to take advantage of their credits.
But that's not. I don't think that's one solar's problem. If I say to you, there's a $14,000 tax credit, it's not my job.
Yeah, but they told him it was going to be a check. I know. Technically.
ABC News.
How are you supposed to know about their tax returns?
With phones,
Don't you agree?
workspaces, apps, events, and video in a single platform, Zoom powers all your communications. Large enterprises, small businesses, and individuals.
By the way,
Use the
they have
secure Zoom
5-star
platform to enable
Google
new ways of working.
He sounds very reasonable, very.
This is not the same fucking guy.
Yeah,
we're talking about Valor now.
And phones with the Zoom United bundle. Visit zoom.com/bundle.
All Valor Roofing did was refer to one solar.
As a parent, you know kids are
But
amazing.
Valor's the one that got him to sign that.
Fabric, protecting your
No, one solar got him to sign.
Surprisingly affordable with a personalized policy for your family.
She said the guy from Valor is the one that presented that.
I think no, it's one solar that presented it. Valor just referred them to one solar.
/future. That's meetfabric.com/future.
I don't think so.
Policies issued
Because
by
I don't
Life.
think you
Now
get.
available in New
I don't
York,
think one
Montana.
solar has its
Subject
own
to
sales
underwriting
team.
and health questions.
Well, that's what it sounds like to me.
KHAL News Time, 12:03.
Because he said his salespeople go over that specifically. So I think it was one solar that was out there.
Unanimously in favor of the confirmation yesterday.
Because he was talking about his sales force being ethical.
He says what one of his top priorities will be.
Diversity is absolutely on the top of our list, and we need to be sure that the university, all of our campuses, are reflecting the diversity of people and opinions of our great state, and we have a lot of work to do.
Solomon had been serving as the interim leader. He has 30 years of experience in public policy and higher education.
You know what? There's just a thing about this NASA astronaut makes history, his first black woman on the International Space Station.
Really?
Yeah. I want to get to the point where that's not a big deal.
I know.
Where we don't have to say.
I know exactly what you're saying.
It shouldn't
Like, why is
matter.
this right? Man, woman, black, white,
Right.
that it shouldn't matter. I've always said that. They shouldn't even ask for race or creed or color or sex on anything.
Report is sponsored by Indeed.com.
Police activity causing some minor slowing on westbound I-76 right around 74th. So watch for some slow traffic there. The rest of the metro area highway is actually moving along at a good pace. No reported accidents to slow you down on I-70 or I-25. 225 in good shape. There is a crash reported though at Parker and Quincy, so expect delay. Fox 31, Pinpoint Weather, partly cloudy, dry, a high of 78. Tonight's low 43, and then for tomorrow, just a bit cooler, a slight chance for rain. Look for a high Friday of 65. Currently, it's 70. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Chris McLaughlin, 630 KHAL.
Finding a great hire can be a challenge. That's why there's Indeed. Their powerful hiring platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
People who suffer from long-term chronic joint pain spend so much of their time acting, putting up a carefree front.
Do you have any crypto?
I gave a couple $1,000 to my friend's son, who is doing crypto as his business. So I threw a little money his way.
Yeah, but that's like a fraction of a fraction.
Oh yeah, it was just a couple $1,000. I think it was maybe $5,000 I gave him. I said, just let me know when I make any money, if I ever make any money. Why, do you have any crypto?
No, I'm afraid of it.
Yeah, I just did it because
I don't fully understand.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
It's very. What don't you understand?
Well, I understand the general concept like you do, but I don't care what the fuck you say. If someone says you no longer have it, what are you going to do?
Well,
there's nobody that enforces it.
Right.
No one.
You have to know how to protect your wallet.
Well, yeah, or that you establish a real wallet to begin with.
Yeah, right. So
I don't know enough about that to know that.
Right, but I'm saying, but if you have someone like my friend's son who knows how to get a wallet that's, pretty safe. Because I have a 20 character password.
Wow.
So then you would have to guess my 20 character password, get it to my wallet.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help a common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Welcome to the show, brought to you by RealCBDThatWorks.com. Yes, if you have pain, try it. They have gel caps, they have chewables, they have tinctures, oils go right under your tongue or in tea. I love CBD, I really do. It's like a miracle plant. And it makes you feel good, too. And I'm not talking about getting high, wink, wink, none of that. It's just good stuff. RealCBDThatWorks.com. It's Panacea Life Sciences. They have kiosks, by the way, at the airport and in the malls. And it's RealCBDThatWorks.com. Tom and the promo code get you 30% off. I'm really so, I don't know. I love technology, but I'm so torn between technology and good old-fashioned customer service. Have you noticed that no one picks up the frickin' phone anymore? You can't talk to people. I mean, you can't.
Everything goes to voicemail.
And not just voicemail, virtual assistants. I swear I get so pissed. Sometimes problems just can't be explained. The worst ever in the entire universe is UPS. United Parcel Service. That system sucks. I've said it before. I will never use United Parcel Service. They suck so bad. There's no place to complain. I don't even want to get into it right now. But anyway, I bring this up because, like TurboTax, do you realize you can't talk to TurboTax? You can't talk to anybody at their third parties. You're just out hanging out to dry. Jennifer did her taxes. She should have just put in a credit card for the fees on TurboTax and had the refund sent directly to her. But instead, she said, oh, you can deduct your fee from my refund. Then that diverted her refund to a third party, which I still don't understand, called Santa Barbara Tax Service. And I guess, according to Jennifer, this third party takes your refund, makes sure TurboTax gets paid, and sends you the rest. Is that what they do?
And that sounds reasonable if they do it properly.
Well, but why do they need to? I don't understand why TurboTax can't do that. I just don't get it. So anyway, Okay, so did you ever know when you were signing, Jennifer, that your refund was going to Santa Barbara Tax Service?
No, I didn't, but I didn't read all the fine print either. So
yeah, of course, we never do actually, but and I agree. Hold on, Dorothea called in and said she may have a solution. I'm not sure what she's going to say. I haven't screened it. Go ahead, Dorothea. You have a comment, I mean.
Hi. Yes, well, it could be a solution. If she's missing $600, that's the exact amount of one of the stimulus or economic impact payments that was given out. If by chance she doesn't think or remember that she received it and put it in her tax return, then that would have come out. That would have been, added to her refund. And the IRS and the stimulus stuff is kind of two separate entities. So does she have an account at the IRS that she can look it up?
So you're saying maybe she did get all her money, and that represents something that she never had coming. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Yeah. That
Now,
she might have forgotten that she got that $600 because nobody knew they were supposed to keep track of it at that time.
Jennifer?
Yes.
So,
I'm so glad that she brought that up because, see, that is the original. When I spoke to the IRS, because I did not receive my $600 stimulus, they had said that's what I did not receive. And so, but the IRS, I mean, because this has been going on for a year, the IRS told me, so I kept calling the IRS over and over and over again. And they finally said, we deposited the money. They put a trace on the check. And they said that they could not locate the check. But then when I spoke to them the next time, they gave me an account number where it had been deposited at Santa Barbara or at Vista, which says then it goes to Santa Barbara.
By the way, I found out about Santa Barbara. They service tax preparers. What they do is it says once the tax return is prepared and a refund is expected, a refund transfer is used to pay for your tax prep, and you get the rest. And Santa Barbara, by the way, the actual name is Santa Barbara Taxpayers Group. What they do is or Santa Barbara's Tax Products Group, what they do is they actually sub out, not just to H&R Block and TurboTax and all these others. They do it all. And in fact, there's a place where if you're a tax preparer, you can hire Santa Barbara to do your processing. So apparently this is not uncommon for them to have refunds go to them where they take out money and send the rest to the taxpayer. So, but Dorothea, thank you for your comment on that refund. So, Jennifer, there is a place you can call to talk to someone at Santa Barbara.
And you can get a person?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
It says you can. Have you ever tried it?
Oh, yeah, I've called there and
wait a minute. You have called their taxpayer support line?
Yeah, let me see. I'll tell you the number that I've called.
Yeah.
Let's see. Give me 1 second here. It is 877-908-7228.
That's not the one I have, but hold on. There's a few of them actually. That one that you just said. The one that you just said, well, no, that's not even it. I have a few. All I can tell you is, what the hell? I mean, you ought to try them and see what you get.
Most definitely. I'm willing to try anything.
Okay, one of them is, let's see. No, that's only for the pros. I think, okay, this is for consumers. Let me see. Can I talk to a person? Okay, a taxpayer support, 800-901-6663.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll help, but it says that these are, and all they do is process refunds. That's all they do. And they're a Green Dot company. Where did I hear Green Dot before? Green Dot company. Is that Intuit or is that Amazon or something?
I think it's Intuit, Tom, but I can't say for sure.
Anyway, just try that and see what you get. 303-713-8255 is our number. We have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. And I love telling you about people that do great jobs like Silverleaf Mortgage for your reverse loans. They have, as I like to say, they have a heart for seniors and will counsel you through the process. And they also have another distinction of having a nonprofit foundation to help you to get your house ready for an appraisal to even get a better price. Check them out. If you're looking for a reverse loan, silverleafmortgage.com, 720-REVERSE.
Finding great candidates to hire
I thought Green Dot was a card like you could go to Walmart and buy.
What's that?
I thought it was a card you could get it at Walmart.
Green Dot?
Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I thought.
I gotta do a spike.
If you are a taxpayer calling about your refund, please press 2.
Hold on, please. David Ellis Jewelry will buy your old jewelry, your tangled messes, your silver and gold, all the precious metals, of course. That's what he wants. But he also will buy your estate jewelry, your fine jewelry, and your diamonds. Think about that. So basically, if you want to get rid of precious metals or jewelry or stones, go to 2640 East 3rd Avenue. That's 3rd and Clayton. David Ellis Jewelry, 303-322-8779.
So apparently you can get through to them on that number, Tom. I just tried it.
The 901, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Cool.
We used to have this list at the bank. Phone numbers for the big businesses to get through to someone.
My wife had a list of that also.
Did she?
Yeah. Like United Airlines and insurance.
Right. Maybe there's a list, or maybe there's a website. We go to that one. Look it up.
Find it in a bowl of Greenberry cereal. Pick up a box today. Everybody's heard how competitive the home buying market is out there. But nobody's telling you what they can do to help you out to get in on the best possible deal. At Ideal Home Loans, we can, and it all starts with getting pre-approved. Wouldn't it be ideal if you could become a cash buyer to go to the front of the line? At Ideal Home Loans, we can do all those things. Call us today, 303-867-7000, or go to the online, idealhomeloans.com. Equal opportunity lender, regulated by Georgia, NMLS 136756. For terms and conditions, call 844-45-IU.
Joe O'Day, an outsider, not a career politician. Joe O'Day, a conservative running for U.S. Senate. Joe was adopted and raised by a Denver police officer. He became a union carpenter and started a construction company as a young man. That construction company employs hundreds of Coloradans today. Now Joe O'Day is running for U.S. Senate to be a voice for working people, to attack inflation, cut the waste, fund our military, police, and America's infrastructure. Joe O'Day is endorsed by Colorado's largest...
Building is reopened starting tomorrow, so I'm having Kevin Culkin in for the show. Just got the email. We're open, we're closed.
Closed for 2 days, we're open.
So a couple people that thought they had COVID tested negative, and then there's a few quarantining at home.
This country, I am one of you, and I will fight for you.
So that's good.
Conservative, outsider, a voice for working Americans.
I'm Joe O'Day, and I approve this.
Taxpayer group to receive refund takeout fee and send
If you have questions about your
balance.
call Excel.
Is the video going smooth now?
We're good. Golden.
Hey guys, it's Jay Brett, the owner of Excel. This is our 29th year in business. When you need someone to help you with your roof, you can trust Excel Roofing. Call 303-761-6400 for roof inspections, roof repairs, and complete roof replacements. We do it all from inexpensive roofs for your rental to top-of-the-line bulletproof hail-resistant roofs. At Excel, you don't pay a cent until you're content. Excel is the most trusted roofer in Denver for the last 29 years. Same owner, same number. 303-761-6400. That's 761-6400, or go to excelroofing.com.
Facing a job loss? Considering a pension buyout, a severance package, or what to do with your 401k? Hi, I'm Linda Gardner, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, and I can help. 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8604.
Sinking concrete? Go with the company that has 30 years of Colorado experience. I'm Brian with Advanced Mud Jacking. We use cement, nothing toxic. Call me. I'll evaluate your problem and provide a fair, competitive bid. At 303-424-9441. Advanced Mud Jacking at yahoo.com.
This is Chris Collinsworth. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook.
With the Nuggets now out of the playoffs, Nikola Jokic said he
Too bad we didn't have the Avengers to go over there and take care of food.
to be around 5 years, $250 million. The Rockies are in the middle.
I don't know why they don't get Reacher to go over there.
Jack Reacher?
Yeah.
Do you like that show? I haven't seen
I think it's great.
I saw the movie with Cruz. I haven't seen. You know, Cruz is only 5'5".
Yeah.
DraftKings Sportsbook is an
125
official
pounds.
sports betting partner of the NFL.
Small guy.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app.
That's why I couldn't see him playing Jack Reacher. The guy they have playing now is a big guy who looks
Yeah,
like.
they made him look big. They made Tom Cruise look big.
But they
Just
can't
like
make
Arnold. Arnold's only what, 5'8"?
Yeah, they can't make Tom Cruise.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is 5'8".
The guy who plays him is 6'5". They can't make Tom Cruise look like 6'5".
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Frank Duran, the real estate man, a free market analysis of your home. Just ask for it, 303-920-1622. It's a wise move before you decide to list, and there's never an obligation with Frank. Or you decide to fix up or whatever. If you want to know what it will sell for, Frank will give you his 27 years of experience and a detailed analysis. 303-920-1622. All right, so let's talk to Diana about her insurance and what's happening with you, Diana.
Okay, the first thing is to let you know that I'm doing this for a friend who has throat cancer and cannot really talk very well.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Okay, what's going on?
Okay, first of all, he had a car accident January 19th. The car is a 2008 Audi Q7 Premium Quattro all-wheel drive. The mileage on it is 57,000, which is very low for that age of car. It's a 6-cycle. The insurance company was called the day after the accident.
And whose fault was this accident, Diana?
I believe it was his.
Okay. Was it a single car?
Yes.
Okay. So what's happening?
Okay. Hartford is the insurance. Okay. The first estimate they came with was $2,500. And then
wait a minute. A $2,500 for a 2008 Audi Quattro?
Yeah.
With only 57,000.
And then they came back with another estimate of $7,500.
How'd they go so quickly from one to the other?
Well, because the car's been in a shop since the accident. Okay, it's at Colorado Coach on Valmont and Boulder, and they've been talking with them and saying that because the parts come from out of country, that it was going to be more like 11,000 to 12,000, something like that.
All right, now hold on. No, just to be straight here, I want to. You do know that there's a limit to what insurance has to pay with collision coverage, right?
Probably.
Well, not possibly. It's absolute. There's a limit.
Okay.
Now, it doesn't mean. Hold on. It doesn't mean that they have the right limit. It just means that there is a limit. Now, which Quattro did you say it was? What number?
Q7.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's an Audi
No, I get it.
Q7 Premium Quattro.
Yeah, I get it. And, okay, I'm just doing some searching on the books.
So let me finish real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 days ago.
God, they're worth a lot of money. They're worth a lot of money.
3 days ago, they came back and said the car was totaled.
Okay.
They wouldn't fix it. They wouldn't pay to fix it.
They're gonna pay though.
19th,
They're gonna pay him the value of the car.
Yeah, they said they would pay him.
God, they're worth a lot of money. They're worth a lot of money. I'm telling you. even 2008s.
Yes, I know that they're low.
They're
They said
lowballing
they
them.
would give $15,000 for it.
Wait. How much are they offering now?
15,000.
15?
Yeah.
That's a good price. 15 is
However,
7,500.
they can't find it
7,500 was not a good price. $15,000 is a really good price.
7,500 is what they said they would pay to fix it.
Oh, I get it. But to total it, they're going to pay him how much?
15,500.
Well, if I was him, I would take it because it's worth what it's worth. I mean, you can't make it up. I mean, he may not like it, but it's worth what it's worth. Now, he could negotiate to get it fixed for $11,000 and buy the salvage from him, but he may not come out ahead. I wouldn't recommend doing it. They're not
You
being.
would not recommend doing that.
No, I wouldn't recommend it because it's always going to be a salvaged car. And it's going to be fixed, and he's going to lose value. And it's better to take the money and put it down on another car and finance it if you have to. Listen, I understand that this is a terrible thing, but even in today's market, that's a good price for a 2008 Audi Q7 Premium. That's a good price. I'm telling you it is. I mean, there are some with lesser miles here that are, and I'm telling you, these are credible sites I'm looking at. I would say, hold on, as you get lesser miles, let's see, okay, nope, they're right around there. I don't see, how much does he think it's worth?
He just, because he's what I call a gearhead and has babied that car and has all the, everything.
Do you know, is it a 4.2 premium or a 3.6 premium?
What does that mean?
The bigger engine or the smaller engine?
6-cycle.
You mean 6-cylinder? Okay, so it's the 3.6. Okay. Still, okay, actually, they're offering more. They're offering more than I'm finding them here all day long. They're offering a lot more.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying he should take it, but I think it's fair. Now, what we can do, there is a company that we use called Petty Details. And what he does is he helps to negotiate a total price for a car. Now, part of his service is free of charge. And they'll give you a price on what you should be getting for that car. That's free. If you need to enlist them to help you because your insurance company is being unfair, he charges a flat rate. If you want to contact him, Suze has the number. But online, what is it? PettyDetailsLLC.com. He's also on the referral list, or referralist.com. But maybe that's a good place to start. But from what I'm seeing from these credible sources, that's a pretty good price. I don't know what to say. That's a pretty good price.
Okay.
I think they're treating him fair. You listen, people are always penalized when they take really great care of a car and it's in perfect condition because insurance don't care. Now, they have to care to a certain extent, but they don't have to over-allow by much because he wasn't paying the premium for more. He was paying the premium based on a 2008 car. If not, he should have gone out and gotten a specified value on his collision coverage.
Gotcha.
But anyway, what I would do, Suze, give her the number for Petty Details, and I would use them. Nick, you have a quick comment on the Ukraine. We had a guy from the Ukraine call in. He's been here 15 years and made a couple comments, and I made a couple comments. I didn't mean for it to be a political discussion, but whatever. I did make comments, so Nick wants to comment. Go ahead, Nick.
Tom Martino, the inflation fighter.
My God, how do you remember that?
Well, we talked a while back. Your name was obsolete then, but now it's cutting edge, man.
I know. That was when I was in North Carolina. They called me not the troubleshooter, but the inflation fighter. That's funny. Anyway, go ahead, sir.
So, you're a genius, man. My family calls me Martino boy. I worship you. But how could you miss just a little fact that Russia has nuclear missiles and stuff?
Right.
You know,
that's what Deputy Doc said. Deputy Doc said picking on Iraq is different than picking on Russia.
Yeah, absolutely, and they just have to be a lot more measured. You know.
Yeah. I get it, but yeah, you're right. You're right. A lot more measured. Meaning they have to. Here's what they're saying: we could kick Iraq's ass, so we can go after them for going into Kuwait, but we can't necessarily kick Russia's ass that easily, so we shouldn't go after them.
Yeah, there's lots of ways we can do it. You know, it's just like Vietnam. It's just like a lot of Afghanistan. You know, you fight that kind of hidden war. You know, you supply the insurgents and you do that. That's the only way we can do it.
And I appreciate the comment, really. Thank you for being a fan, Nick. Appreciate it.
This is Denver's talk station with Michael Brown in the morning.
Inflation fighter years ago?
Yeah. Must have been in the 80s when there was inflation like crazy.
See, I came here in 80.
You know what's really funny, Tom?
Came here in 80, so it was in the 70s.
From the time I started medical school until the time I got out, I was totally immune from economic changes. We spent so much time in school, and then once we were a resident, we got paid a certain salary, and that was it. We couldn't, you know, so we were kind of blind to what was going on in the outside world. I remember they were paying us $25 an hour to work in the ER, and I thought, holy shit, $25 an hour.
Oh, back then, yeah.
I'm rich. And we got $100 for a semen sample. That was a great deal.
I don't want to know about that.
No, I'm just saying, but they were probably, you know, before they established these cryobanks, that's what they got the, you know, in vitro from.
Your revitalized lawn will love you.
You heard me talk about Colorado Pain Care for a good reason. I started going there, and I knew this is the place to go for pain. They work with all major insurance, and they get to the root of pain. You might have underlying conditions, you might have other things, but pain can be dealt with separately. Now, they also help you with the other stuff, but here's the deal. If you're in pain, you can't think of anything else. Colorado Pain Care Sport and Spine knows that. Office hours from 7 to 7 for your convenience. Multiple locations. Look them up, coloradopaincare.com. Or call them, 303-GOT-PAIN. American Restoration is a restoration company in a field of clowns. The restoration business in general, unfortunately, is riddled with liars, cheats, and ripoffs. They come into, a lot of them are glorified carpet cleaners that come in with a fan, or people that come in and spray antimicrobial stuff and they call themselves mold killers, or people that don't know how to deal with smoke and ash and they use a vacuum cleaner. Listen, you need professionals like Rock and his crew at American Restoration 24/7. They'll work with all major insurance companies, and you've got to get it done right, even if your insurance is paying, because once they pay, they're not going to pay again, and you could be left with a terrible. American Restoration, 8337-AM-REST for fire, flood, broken pipes, asbestos, any kind of contamination. 8337-AM-REST, or online, amrest247.com.
Hey, Tom, know anything about Mountain High Appliance?
Yeah.
They're good, bad, and different.
They're good people.
They're all good people?
Yes.
So I have to buy a refrigerator and a washer and a dryer.
Yeah.
So I don't know, you know, Costco, Mark says to go to Costco.
Well,
if they have what I
I
want.
bought mine at Home Depot.
Big boxes.
They were having a sale, and I bought LG.
Mm-hmm.
It's been wonderful.
A
I
refrigerator
love Samsung.
or a washer dryer.
I
The
love
Samsung refrigerators have problems with the ice maker. Remember, we had a bunch of calls on.
I've never had a problem with my washer dryer. I love
And you have Samsung. Yeah.
I love them. I have them in both houses.
I had two sales associates that, you know, they sell both Samsung and LG.
Yeah.
But 2 different stores, 2 different sales associates. It's Samsung.
Problems.
Almost impossible to get parts for.
Interesting.
And they're always a couple $100 less than like an LG or something.
Maybe so. LG was more.
LG, like my refrigerator is probably $500 more than
really
the comparable
Samsung. Like I said, they had problems with the ice maker on all their models.
Maybe that's what this
probably
was
was.
referring to.
Because we had
that Sub-Zero. That that
the Sub-Zero.
But it's not big. I don't have a big one.
That's a high class refrigerator.
Yeah, but
it's a
top
premium
compressor. But I don't have. But then I have. I don't even know what my range is. It's a gas range. KitchenAid or something.
And KitchenAid makes great products also. And Bosch makes good stuff.
I inherited them. I mean, whatever I had.
Right.
Now, Stephanie has top grade because her sister sells them.
Oh.
She sells like, what are they called? Like
Wolf and Viking.
That's exactly right. Those, that's what she sells.
I think I'm getting a Viking. I'm getting a Viking stove. But you know what they did in the contract? It specifies when I bought the house what model refrigerator and washer dryer I'm getting. And because they couldn't get that exact model, they said, we're refunding you X amount of dollars and buy your own. Because the contract specifies a certain model that they've been using, they can't get it. So they said, well, here's some money, buy your own. Which is no big deal, I'll just buy it.
We have Thermador, refrigerator with
Thermador,
Stephanie.
also high.
Thermador.
It's another high-end. Both Thermador and
she sells all of those, and her sister sells them in California. All the celebrities, and then that other one is it's a really weird name. Cordon
Bleu.
It sounds like that, but it's not. It's Surla. I don't know, some really fancy shit.
My friend is building a house. Ordered appliances from Germany. It took him 8 months to get it.
Well, if you have enough time, that's probably okay. But
Hi, Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Hey, Chris, welcome to the show. You have a question on small claims court. What's going on?
Hi. So I'm going to try to shorten this up as quick as I can. I got involved with an accident back in January.
Okay, what kind of an accident, Chris? Was it a 2-car, 1-car, or was it a car at all?
Single car.
Okay.
I ended up hitting a light pole. Because,
okay.
I swerved to avoid a person that ran a red light.
Oh, man.
I filed a claim with their insurance.
Oh, wait. So did they stop?
No, they didn't stop. They ran the red light, and so I had to swerve to avoid them.
Well, how did you file with their insurance?
They stayed at the scene, exchanged insurance information with me.
So they did stop then after this.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah. I thought you meant that they stopped at the red light.
Okay, so they pulled over. That's nice of them. They saw you crash and said, uh-oh, my fault.
Right.
Okay.
So I was able to file a claim with their insurance. Their insurance kicked it back saying, we can't definitively say our client was at fault.
Of course. That's right. And they're always going to say that if there's no contact. They're always going to say that.
Right. The city filed a claim with my insurance because of the light pole that was hit.
Right.
And my insurance subsequently is going to go after their insurance.
That's right.
But I'm still, my car's still banged up. I still need to get it fixed. And so I was thinking I could take the guy to small claims.
Wait, okay, so you don't have collision coverage.
No, it was an old vehicle.
Okay, you're thinking the right track, Chris. That driver is responsible to you. Whether or not his insurance covers him is his problem, not yours.
Right.
How much is your car? How much damage to your car?
I hit the back end, so I spun around and hit the pole because I slammed on my brakes.
Well, what does that mean? Is it totaled?
Effectively, yeah.
Okay. What's it worth? What's it worth?
I know the car itself is probably going for like $3,000-4,000 right now.
Well, it might be going for more. What is it?
It's a '93 Mitsubishi Mighty Max.
Oh my God! How many miles were on it?
Actually, only like 130.
Well, listen, you should sue him for what it's going to cost you to replace it with a like vehicle. You don't have to buy a like vehicle. You can put the money down on something else, but you need to sue him for it in small claims court. I agree with you 100%.
Okay. I was just wondering if it was going to be worth my time, and that's pretty much all.
Chris, here's what he's going to say, and he may even have his insurance company say it. He wasn't at fault, or this guy might say, I wasn't at fault. My insurance company determined that, except his insurance company doesn't get to determine that.
Okay.
And his insurance company has no obligation to cover you, but the way you look at it is one-eyed, a monster. You're going after him. He's the one that did the damage. You let him worry about how he's paying for it.
Did he get a citation?
He got cited for a failure to stop at the or failure to yield to oncoming traffic.
Good.
Okay.
Good. So you got all kinds of stuff going in your favor. Take that to small claims court with you. I would definitely sue him. When did it happen? In January, February, March? Why'd you wait so long, man?
I was waiting for the insurance company to get back to me.
Did they really say they can't say he's at fault? Why? What is their reasoning?
He told me that even though the police report says he was cited, the officer wasn't there, so he's not technically a witness.
Ah, that he ran the red light. How about the insured? Is he admitting it?
No, actually, it's kind of funny because what he told the officer in the police report was that he didn't see any vehicles, and then at the same time told the officer that I drove by him and lost control of my car, when that definitely was not the case.
What a liar. Drove by him and lost control. Come on.
Hey, Tom, while we're on the subject, do you think people should have dash cams all the time just for this kind of thing?
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
it's pretty cheap, right?
Yeah. I mean, they're a great idea.
I agree.
So listen, I would go after him. Do you have his name and address and all that to serve him?
Yes.
You can't serve him. You have to have somebody unrelated serve him.
Right. And that was going to be my next step, was trying to find somebody to serve him.
And then make sure you get some good appraisals of that car and what it would be worth if it wasn't damaged. Like, so you're suing for the right amount. It doesn't matter if you sue also for extra for loss of use. Like, what have you been doing for transportation so far?
I have a backup vehicle that it's kind of like a collector's car that I've used. It's not really doesn't look like a collector's car, but it's just an old Volkswagen Rabbit that I've had forever.
What year is that?
An 82.
Oh my God! Does it run?
Yeah, it runs great.
Runs like a rabbit.
82 Rabbit. How many miles on that one?
I couldn't tell you because the dashboard, the cluster's been switched out so many times now. Not accurate.
All right, so listen, let us know if you need any more help, but I would definitely go after him. I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK.
Impact Traffic. This report is sponsored by Lowe's.
The biggest delay I'm seeing right now on our metro area highways is on I-70. There's a crash there at Havana, stopping the traffic back to Kenya Boulevard. So just watch for the brake lights once you get towards 270. You'll see improve. There is some construction work, Colorado Boulevard and Prairie Creek Drive south. Watch for delay. An accident on Quincy at Parker Road. Fox 31, Pinpoint Weather, partly cloudy, dry, a high of 78 today, tonight till 43. For tomorrow, a bit cooler with a slight chance for rain. For a high tomorrow of 65. Currently it's 72. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Chris McLaughlin. 6:30, hey now.
Spring Fest is on
Do we have the same two spots?
Savings on lawn and you need trade. Possibility.
Let's talk about become the banker. What the heck does that mean? You know, that's really a slogan for a retirement setup that can also be helping with investments. It's overfunding life insurance. It's not a new concept. It's proven. It's safe. It's conservative. It builds wealth. Become the banker. You get life insurance, right? Just enough to make this legal. Then you overfund it. The extra money goes into a tax-free growth account. You keep it tax-free if you follow their directions. BecomeTheBanker.org. And then you can borrow from that fund for college, for cars, for vacations, then pay it back. And you pay yourself back interest on purpose, more interest. Therefore, you shelter more money. BecomeTheBanker.org. A solid concept. Hey, Blake Harris is an estate attorney and elder law and prenups and postnups and everything you need to make sure your estate is in order. That means getting ready to pass on your legacy to others and to protect them as well, or to keep them from lawsuits and creditors. What you need to do is check out Blake and ask your questions. He doesn't charge for answers. He only charges for what he actually does for you. So give him a call and ask your question. 833-ASK-BLAKE. 833-ASK-BLAKE. BlakeHarrisLaw.com.
You know, you guys keep hearing me talk about Blue Sky CBD, and I can only say that my experience using these products has just kept getting better and better. I also know hundreds and hundreds of you that have tried it and feel the same way because I see the feedback. I hear about it. I met with the owners.
Does your ride tell you if traffic camera's coming up, like a speed camera?
No.
Oh, there must be a setting in there. If our ride does that, of course yours would too.
What does it say?
It'll say, so you know the camera right at the light up here, Quebec and Bellevue. As I'm approaching it, it'll say speed light camera or speed camera ahead.
Waze does that.
What?
Waze does that for free.
Yeah, mine's free too.
Yeah, Waze does it.
Waze is an app.
You
Yeah.
know what? I wonder if I go into.
Your assist. Yeah.
I know there's all kinds of
What do you
alerts
use to
like your speed
navigate,
light,
Tom?
speed limit alerts and all that. Huh?
Yeah.
What do you use to navigate? Google Maps or Waze?
I use the car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I don't even have to have navigation on. It'll just tell me speed camera coming up.
My Hyundai app is way better than my BMW app.
Is it?
I don't know. Why do you say that?
It's just
You deal because you deal with the kids Hyundai app, so you know.
It's way better.
Hmm.
There's stuff you can do and stuff, but it's not user friendly.
Mark doesn't want to take it on our trip with us. He wants to.
It says my car is unlocked.
Yeah, I'll get notifications. Your Genesis is unlocked, even at the house.
Oh my God! I thought I locked it. I'm locking it now. At least I think I am.
It'll tell you. It should say lock was successful.
Well, see, that's what I mean about it. It just like takes forever to do shit.
The grass is always greener when her roof is long.
Okay, locked. Huh? I'm glad I looked at that.
You should set your notifications so it tells you. Like mine will tell me without, you know what I mean? I don't have to go in and look. It'll say, your Genesis has been unlocked for the last 20 minutes. Yeah?
That's amazing. Well,
my tire pressures, my engine.
it's not amazing, but
it's cool.
It's a very nice feature to say. Like Tom said, hey, I thought I locked my car this morning.
Yeah. Yep.
Sometimes it feels like you're going 100 miles an hour.
Tells me my mileage.
Yep, and ours is real time. I mean, it tells you as it's changing. Because I sat in the car while Mark was driving and watched.
It tells me how much gas I have.
Oh, that? I don't know if ours tells us that.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's got to.
It's got to.
77-ASK-BELL. That's 877-ASK-BELL. A start to a
I was
super.
going to say, I better stop at the gas station on the way home.
Yeah, mine's getting low.
What if you can eliminate your top selling expense? Hi, it's Marty Lentz, and I guarantee that you will net the most money with my realtor, Gabe Ripple, with the Ripple Group, Keller Williams Realty DTC.
I can turn on my lights from here, flash them, beep the horn.
Can you start your car remotely if you want to warm it up?
Yeah,
Probably. That's a great feature.
Remote start?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can, but
Yeah, so by the time you walk downstairs and out to the park.
you can also do your digital key.
To one of their buyers who will pay all of the commission. 833-453-SOLD, 833-453-SOLD, online.
So the digital key, it turns the phone into a digital key. You don't need your key. You don't need your fob. Everything your fob does, your phone does.
You have 9 chances a day to win a grand. Listen for the keyword at 5 past the hour.
Oh, something cool. That was me when I was like 5 years old.
Which one?
The tall one.
Was this like 1918?
It must be 1949 or something.
Who's that you have your hands?
That's my younger brother, my 2 sisters.
That's funny. That is cute. Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Any problems, questions, or complaints? We also have another hour to go, so we'll talk about whatever's on your mind and what we can do to help you. Right now, I want to tell you about the Harris Law Firm. When it comes to divorce, man, we were talking about the high cost of lawsuits. A divorce can be very expensive without the right law firm. The Harris Law Firm, I hope you don't need them, but if you do, listen, do it the smart way. They do unbundled services, which means if you want to do some legwork and do some stuff yourself, or you already went through some stuff, you know, they'll help you. They'll do any part of your divorce or all of it. The other thing they do is collaborative law. This is a system of law where they get together with the other side and they make an agreement not to file anything in court. First they talk, and they talk everything through. And that's the HarrisLawFirm.com, 303, or excuse me, HarrisFamilyLaw.com, HarrisFamilyLaw.com, 303-515-5000, 303-515-5000. So Steve wrote our theme song. He altered our theme song. He composed it to make it sound like it's a ZZ Top. It's wonderful. Steve Moss is with Rock and Roll Brewery, and we love when he has announcements because usually it's about something fun he's doing. And welcome, Steve. What's going on, man?
Hello, Tom. How you guys doing?
Good. What's happening with you?
Well, I got some pretty exciting news. I am going to be pouring my beer at Colorado National Speedway throughout the year, and they're actually selling cans of my beer every race starting this weekend, which is after 6:30 on Saturdays, NASCAR racing. Right now they're going to have Backstage Blonde, Lemon Wheat, and they're going to have Zombie Jam, which is my signature beer. This is actually a special version, Founder's favorite. So they'll have those 2 to start with, and they'll probably more. And I also want to, come into the studio and pour some new beers for you guys.
Whenever you want. Whenever you want. Seriously, we can do that. I want to mention this rock and roll beer. And now it's rock and roll .beer. Is it rock with the N roll or rock and the word and roll or both?
Okay. The website, either way, it's rock, the letter N, roll .beer, or rock, A-N-D, roll .beer.
Good.
Either one works.
Cool. And what do they find?
We've been selling like crazy, so I have to update our vendor list. It's I haven't done it in a few weeks, and there's like literally hundreds of stores that are selling our
so
stuff.
So you're growing.
We're
growing, man. I mean,
it's good stuff. I make a good product, and the image is pretty fun, and I don't make hardly anything out of that for expenses, but it's awful fun.
Okay, and now who is this guy, Eric? Hold on. Eric wants to weigh in on this. Go ahead, Eric. Oh, no, this is something different. I'm sorry. I thought, Eric, I thought it said rock and roll. Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind. That's not you. So, Steve, a couple last things here I want to ask. Okay, so are they going to be at the Speedway? Is this all season?
Yes, all season, every race. Ask for Backstage Blonde, Summer Wheat. The new one we're coming out with is called Lemon Wheat. But and then ask for Zombie Jam. Now, the Zombie Jam's a red IPA, and the other one's a wheat beer with lemon in it, very good hot weather beer. The ones I'm going to bring to your show is going to be a Circus Citrus Pineapple West Coast IPA. I think, you guys really like that one. Stout, I have an Imperial Stout, 12% alcohol. That's a chocolate stout. Coming up is a Punk Rock Blood Orange Wheat. That one's going to be really good. And then we're doing a sour. I don't know if you want to hear the name of the sour beer. It might not be appropriate over the air.
Well, it may not be, then let's not do it. Hey, I'm on your website. So once we go to, and by the way, I did rock and roll with the N, rockandroll.beer as opposed to rock and the reason is rock and roll did not take me there. It just went to Never Neverland. There might be a little.
It should work.
Okay, it could be me. Yeah. Anyway, rockandroll.beer. Under the events tab, is that where we can find out about what you got going on?
Whenever I get time to update it, I'm going to update all that stuff here in the next couple of days.
Give us an idea. Give us an idea of a store right now if we just want to go buy some.
Oh, it's everywhere. More up north here. But one thing I want to mention before I get off the air, I sponsor a division out there. My brewery does. And, we're going to be, my special race is Memorial Day weekend, the Sunday of Memorial Day weekend. That's where the race is dedicated for my brewery. We're going to be pouring out there, and I'm also going to do a guitar giveaway. I'm going to buy a quality Stratocaster guitar.
Wow.
No purchase necessary. Go up to my tent and, just get a raffle ticket. And at the end of the race, we're going to give this guitar away. And so that's going to be a real fun thing, and I want to pound that as we get closer to it a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. And so give me an idea, again, then, of a store down here. Like, for example, would any of the big liquor stores have your beer?
Dave Co. used to have it. I think they're out of it by now, though. I haven't delivered in a while. It's up north. Tom, I've had people, like it said, Old Chicago and Aurora and other places like that. I've had people have it in South Denver, and they've driven up to Firestone and places.
We're running out of time, but at rockandroll.beer, keep us updated. Hey, folks.
Stop avoiding your erectile dysfunction issue. Peak Performance for Men is offering your best offer. Call today to book your free consultation and free blood flow evaluation. 1-800-210-8181. Peak Performance for Men helps over 80% of men who receive the treatment experience long-term improvement. Let the experts at Peak Performance for Men help you today. All it takes is one phone call for a free consultation, free blood flow evaluation. Call 1-800-210-8181. That's 1-800-210-8181.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver, an iHeart radio station. It's Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter, mornings at 10. Streaming live on the free iHeart radio app and at khow.com.
ABC News. One more day of work.
Another vaccine option to
I'm working
Well,
on
that's
the road.
true.
You know that, right?
I know, yes.
I'm still going to be scheduling. I'll be listening to the show when Mark's on the show. Probably take a case or two.
The company says the efficacy
As words were coming out of my mouth, I said,
Yeah,
no,
like,
you're going to be working
yeah,
on the road.
bookkeeping still. And, I got so much to do. I've got a couple of work projects I got to work on.
Previous studies like this one,
So.
that high antibody level in children does correlate very well to preventing severe illness, hospitalizations, and deaths. which is exactly what we want.
The FDA still needs to review the data. President Biden is asking Congress to spend $33 billion more in supplemental.
If I could do my job remote, I would do it remote, but that's not possible. My show job, you know, the fielding of calls and stuff, really sucks that I can't do that part of it from the road. Might be a good thing, or he'd probably be gone.
Even more.
Sell the house and move somewhere else.
Speaking before a congressional subcommittee, FDA Commissioner Bob Callis said the agency is moving forward with 2 new tobacco proposals. One to ban men.
I gotta check in with Talib, see how he's doing. Have you checked in with him?
I had to quickly call him today.
Yeah, I was going to give him a call this afternoon.
And
Yeah, I just wonder how he's doing, how he's feeling. It's been over a week now.
he said today his back was spasming or something. Didn't sound good.
I wonder if that's normal recovery.
Well, the impression I got was it happens maybe not every day, but maybe every couple days or something. I was trying to get him back in the bed as quick as possible. But
of about $283 million before taxes. Bill Limbaugh, ABC News.
There are so many words to describe Panera's new Chef's Chicken sandwiches. The chicken, juicy, succulent, seared. The brioche roll, buttery and toasty. The Parmesan crisps, crunchy, tangy. The secret aioli, creamy and rich. All those words, but when you have a bite, you might just be left speechless. Panera's new Chef's Chicken sandwiches. Enjoy $1 delivery fee when you order on our app.
Yeah, so where's your first stop?
So Biden went on and he blamed
You gotta blame Trump, right?
for the shrinkage of the economy for the first time in 2 years.
What, you blame who?
Republicans. They're responsible for the economy.
Right,
How the fuck does that happen?
because Democrats have a majority in the Senate and the House, and they own the presidency. But it's the Republicans' fault.
How do you get that way? How do you,
What I'm telling you is that it doesn't matter what the truth is, it's what they propagandize. If they say it often enough, people will believe it.
We're in Kansas for a night, Tulsa for 2 nights, then our first big stop is the Lake of the Ozarks.
Oh, you'll love it there.
Yeah, we've been before.
Have you?
Oh, yeah.
I've never been there.
You gonna rent the boat?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. We're going to be there for we're going to golf, too. So it'll be my first time getting on a golf course. I've been practicing my swing.
Good, so when you come
do you
back...
have clubs?
Yep. Mark out his clubs.
Good.
And then,
Taking
we're in
lessons helps.
Yeah, I think we're
Just
going
even
to.
simple lessons help.
If you don't take a lesson, you can't play golf. Because you have no, it's such an unnatural thing that you have to at least know it to practice.
Yeah.
You ever watch that show on, I don't know, Peacock or Netflix, Ozark?
Yeah, of course.
I love that show.
Mark watches that one. That's not one I can't keep up with every effing show that guy watches. Like, I would never, I just would never be able to do anything I want to do, you know? Like, he loves binging all those.
Right.
So I pick and choose what I watch with him. I like that Amy Schumer one. Are you okay, Tommy?
Oh, yeah.
He's just stretching.
I like that Life and Beth or something, Amy Schumer.
I hate her.
I don't like Amy
You know
Schumer.
what? This is a different kind of role for her. So I don't mind her for the show.
I'll tell you, the one person, probably 20 years ago, I made a New Year's resolution to never watch a Will Ferrell movie or TV show.
Why?
I just hate Will Ferrell. I just want to kill him. when
He
I
is
see him.
obnoxious.
I think he's funny.
I think he's funny, though, yeah.
I think it's juvenile humor.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And he thinks he's
I like
funny.
stupid humor like that though. Like
I don't like people who think
like
they're
Dumb and
funny.
Dumber. So you didn't like Dumb and Dumber?
No.
Oh God, that's like one of our favorite family movies ever. You know? Yeah. So silly humor.
Do you like those guys that do the practical joke? Impractical joke?
Oh, I don't watch that one, but I like Jackass now and then.
Those guys, I can't even watch those shows.
Some of them.
They hurt themselves.
Are they still on it?
Are
they still on Jackass?
I don't know, but Impractical Jokers is still on. But again, it just...
I like the Cabanero effect. I don't know if he's still on.
Yeah, that's pretty...
Getting George Donaldson on for a special.
Because that's pretty cool. The Cabanero, it's magic.
Oh, I see those things on TikTok every once.
Yeah, the Cabanero?
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to have a TV show. I don't know if he has...
Is he on TV still?
I don't know.
What a creative fucking guy.
And for the entire month of April, you get free.
But it's amazing how gullible people are, isn't it?
Oh my God.
CBD.com. Blue Sky CBD.
I just found sometimes when you're in a group, if you say something with authority, people will believe it.
Reach out to Tom Martino and let your voice be heard. Call, text, and now talk back anytime with our free iHeartRadio app while streaming KHOW with a full screenplay.
I watched an interesting movie last night called The Lost Battalion. It was a true story about this battalion in World War I that held over a German offense. Really interesting.
Really?
And they went in with 500 men. They came out with 200. And it was just a story of how they held the line in the Argonne Forest.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help a common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino on 630 KHOW.
Hey, welcome to the show this hour, brought to you by Fix It 24/7. FixMyHome.com for plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. People I trust in my home, and George, the owner, the big kahuna, he's got a special for us. George, what's the special, sir?
It's
hey,
got about 2 weeks left before summer, before the heat hits.
And it will be a scorcher. That's what everyone's saying. So what do you got going on?
So if you haven't had us do the cleaning yet you've never seen what we do, we'll do it. Anybody who calls in for the next 2 hours, $19.
Oh, my God.
And the rest of the day, $25.
Hold on.
We'll get their AC ready, guarantee that it won't break down this summer, and we'll get the cleaning done for it.
$19 for the next 2 hours. You got to call in to schedule it. You don't have to have it done in the next 2 hours, but you got to call in the next 2 hours. So that's now till 2 to 3 o'clock. You have until 3 o'clock, $19. People, $19 is ridiculous. That pays for the gas for them to get there. And then they spend sometimes a couple hours, depends on the system, and they practically refurbish the dang thing in and out. It's great. And this is for the AC, $19. You can't go wrong with that one, man. You just can't. FixMyHome.com, but you got to make that appointment in the next 2 hours for sometime in the near future. And it's only for new customers. He wants to introduce people to what they do. And it's extreme clean, check, and adjust. And the number is 720-526-3939. What's supplies looking like for air conditioners in the coming season? Have you guys stocked up? What's going on with them?
Yeah, I mean, it's scarce. So even new equipment, there's pieces you can get, there's pieces you can't get. That's the biggest reason to get this done more than ever before, is to make sure your system doesn't break down. You know, getting parts for it, for some, is impossible. Won't come ever. Some will be 3-4 months, so some will be gone. You know, then you're forced to replace it. So, you know, dirt's the number one killer of these air conditioners. Getting them maintained and cleaned, and actually cleaned and maintained, is, you know, of great value.
How many actually need, like, charging?
They shouldn't need charging.
Okay.
Because it's a closed system. If it's low on refrigerant, there's usually a leak. So that's usually not the case. It's usually adjustments, getting the startup ready and getting it dialed in. But adding refrigerant shouldn't.
Okay. That causes that signifies some kind of problem. And that's fixmyhome.com. Fix it 24/7. 720-526-3939. I'll remind people of that. They have until 3 o'clock. $19 for a complete tune and check of the AC. And extreme clean. Felicia, You have an update with Smarty Pants, Deputy Smarty Pants we have on the line here, and we'll bring him up, Smarty Marty. So, what is the issue? It was a Sears issue. Can you recap that, Felicia, the problem you were having?
Yes, of course. So we had our floors, we had Sears come out, and when the contractors come out, they ended up damaging our wood floors. Our
and actually, this was a home warranty, right? The home warranty sent them.
Yep, our Choice Home Warranty sent them.
And then how did they ruin the floors?
So they left the dishwasher return pipe out. So they pulled that tube out of the return for the drains the water.
And so you were having a tough time getting any results. And Smarty Marty, what did you do?
Oh, I contacted the Angel through Sears, and she was on it, and they have a settlement offer.
What is it?
Well, Felicia's calling to ask if it's fair, and I don't know if it's fair.
Okay.
So I asked her to call you.
All right, Felicia, what are they offering?
It's low. Tom, I think it's low.
So they're offering $8,696. $8,096.
Okay, did you hear the 869? Okay. Now, how did they come up with that figure?
So they took the lowest amount of what out of the estimates I got them. So highest amount is $11,900.
Now, what did they tell me? Tell me what was done. What damage was done to the floor?
So water damage with mold in our kitchen floor. However, now that kitchen wood runs all the way from the kitchen to the bathroom and the hallway. And with wood, when you have to redo it,
what kind of wood is it? Engineered? Is it wood? Tell me exactly what it is.
Oak. It's solid oak.
Ooh.
And so are wood cabinets that they damaged.
Now,
the carpet in the
do you have to replace any cabinets or just toe kicks?
Toe kicks, and then the inside of the cabinet, the actual kitchen cabinet where that drain pipe had gotten into the floors in the first place.
Okay. So who did you have estimate the 8696?
That was what the insurance adjuster, I guess, from the third party for Sears, who handles their insurance claims.
So hold on. But when you had your contractor look at it, how much did they say it would be?
Highest, $1,200. Lowest, $10,500.
So it went from $10,500 to $12,000.
Yep.
Okay. So even if you went in the middle, it's 11. So, or whatever, somewhere in there. But it's man, the 8696 seems arbitrary to me. It seems low to me too. I don't know why they're screwing around like this. I mean, another $2,000 maybe. I mean, but yeah, another $2,000. Why are they screwing around?
So Tom, that was the Sears adjuster. So of course they're going to go low. That's their guy. That wasn't her.
Is your homeowners, Felicia, do you know, will your homeowners cover this?
I'm sure they would. I just haven't reached out to them, but I'm sure they would. Yes.
And then what I'm saying is this. If you put in an insurance claim, they would subrogate, but then I would get, what is your deductible?
1,000.
Yeah, 1,000, I believe, 1,000, 1,500.
Yeah, but I'm not even sure you should have to do that. I don't like the idea that they, whose problem is this? I think it's Sears, not Choice Home Warranty. Although Choice contracted with Sears, it's whatever agreement they had together. But this is a little disappointing. And I think they're going with the initial adjuster.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've never seen an adjuster on first blush do a fair settlement ever. So
Yeah,
here's
and
what
they
I
said
would
depreciation
here's what I
of
would
the
say.
floor.
I would say, did Sears say who the now Sedgwick is what, the insurance company or what? Who is Sedgwick?
The insurance company.
Are they the ones that sent out the adjuster?
Oh, so our adjuster actually never came to see it. They just have been emailing me, yeah.
Wait a minute. How did they give you a price without seeing it?
Yeah, because I had to do all the estimates, and I had to go to Lowe's and Home Depot and have people come out and look at it.
Yeah, but you didn't have any estimates that low. Where did they come in that low?
Because of depreciation of the carpet, but I showed them that the carpet hasn't even been here for 2 years. It hasn't been on the property
Tom,
for
it sounds like they made it up so that she'll, they're hoping she'll take it. That's what it sounds like, because most people will, they don't want to fight them.
Okay, we have to do something here. We have to get back in touch with Sears and say, look, take another look at this.
I'll send an email to the Angel.
At least we got some movement. I like it. Let's keep working on it. Thank you, Smarty Marty. Appreciate it. 303-713-TALK. Eric's got a noisy neighbor. What's going on, Eric?
Hey, Tom, thanks for taking my call. My girlfriend lives in a condominium.
Yeah.
And when she moved in, the neighbor above was pretty noisy. And she went and talked to the guy. He's an older guy. And he put in a wooden floor, and they require him to put in noise suppression.
That's right.
He did put it in, but it doesn't really work real well. But anyway, he passed away, or we think they put him in a nursing home because the unit's been empty for months, and now they're ripping everything up and they're ripping out the floor. And she's wondering if she should go up there and tell these people that are remodeling it that they have to put that noise suppression, or should she just wait and see what happens?
No, she shouldn't wait. She should have the property manager go and tell them, or the covenant board, the HOA. Don't you have an HOA and a board?
Well, yeah, she does, but she says that they're not real responsive. They tell you, go call the management company. The management company tells her, go talk to the board. And she says she kind of doesn't want to make any waves,
Okay, another thing she can do is she can photocopy the part of the covenants that talk about noise suppression and then highlight it with a yellow marker, literally put it on their door and not say who it is. I'm serious.
Okay. So she said, you're saying go ahead and photocopy it and then just tape it to the door.
But with a highlight over the noise suppression underlayment.
Okay. I'll tell her to do that. She's a little reluctant to get.
Well, no one will see her. There's nothing wrong with doing that, even if she was caught. She's just reminding them. But she should do that. I really would.
Okay, so if she waits and they don't put it in or it doesn't work.
Okay, then what happens? Then what do you have? A big mess. I mean, if you can cut this out now. And that's what you should tell the HOA. You should say, look, this is something you can take care of now.
Uh-huh.
And the people might appreciate it rather than later when they have to...
Yeah, she can always go up as a friend and say, by the way, the previous guy did not have proper noise suppression. It's required by the covenants. I just wanted to know if you're planning on doing that, or you might want to talk to the HOA. I mean, she can do it either way. She can do it in a stealth way. Yeah. She can do it in a friendly, direct way, or she can do it through the HOA. I'd probably do the friendly, direct way.
I mean, someone told me I was going to do it next time, so I don't have to rip the floor up a second time. Right? So just go there and say it nicely.
Yeah, and I don't know how that Sears case, how they can even give an estimate when they've never been to the house. That's ridiculous.
You know, when we were talking about that Sears thing, perhaps we should have her contact insurance adjusters, public insurance adjusters of Colorado, the people that work for you. You know, I always say if you're going to deal with adjusters, they're always going to try to lowball you. You need to get enough money to make your house whole, even a little extra, for inconvenience, profit and overhead, or site allowances, depreciation. Here's the bottom line. Public insurance adjusters of Colorado will take a free look at your claim and let you know honestly up front if they can help you. And if they say they can help you, that means they'll negotiate with your insurance company and get you way more than you can on your own. You only have really one shot at this. Even if a case is closed, you can reopen it. But then if you let them go, then your rights expire. So call public insurance adjusters of Colorado and get them on your side to make sure you're treated fairly. COClaims.com, 720-715-0000. All right, when you're retiring is not the time to plan your retirement. The whole word plan means beforehand. And I'm doing that. You should be doing that. We all should be doing that. The earlier, the better. But no matter what you do, even if you have life insurance, you have an estate plan of some kind, you might have a reverse loan, you may have, whatever. Your investments, you need a quarterback for your team. Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies is a team that I know and trust. What they do is coordinate everything in your retirement plan. And they're very transparent about how they charge and what they save you. They save you way more than they charge. And they'll show you. They'll show you everything and get your approval on everything. In fact, you can meet with them as many times as it takes for you to feel safe. They'll come to you, or you can go to them. 970-663-3211, 970-663-3211. And that's rpcenter.com. Colorado Pain Care has helped me so many times because, I had a bad joint there that I think I need fixed. They're going to do it. And they've helped me through chronic pain, through acute pain. Whatever it is you have bothering you, they can help you. That's the important message. How they do it depends on you. They have all kinds of treatments. Colorado Pain Care Sport and Spine. Look them up. Office hours 7 to 7 for your convenience. They have several locations. ColoradoPainCare.com will get you there. 303-GOT-PAIN. Call them. 303-GOT-PAIN.
Don't miss the Trading Group Show, Saturdays at 11 a.m. on 630 KHOW. For now, you can earn a full-time income as a short-term trader. That's the Trading Group Show, Saturdays.
I'll be scooting out pretty quick because I've got a 2:20 allergy shot appointment.
You want the highest price for your home? Listen, Saturday mornings, 8 a.m. to our Barry and Larry
My
home
phone was on
sales show.
silent.
Listen or miss out.
I asked Mark if they liked the place she was looking at. It's called The Social.
Sounds fun.
And yeah, it's like it's like 4 roommates or 3 extra roommates, and then you got the common area, whatever. He said, yeah, she really liked it, but they found a place she absolutely loves, so I can't wait to hear about that.
Is it expensive?
Does she want roommates?
I don't know.
Or she wants
I think
to live
she
alone?
does. She doesn't want to be alone.
Oh, okay.
I think, like she just.
Actually, the first year or something?
Yeah.
I don't.
Miles was listening, Tom, and he said to tell you that Sedgwick is not an insurance company. They just manage claims, and it was driving him crazy that it was an insurance company.
But it's the same.
Walmart deals with them.
But for this, it's the same
It's
thing.
the same, yeah, for the contact, right.
Go to my son has always had roommates. I've never had one.
Oh,
I'd like having.
I mean, other than having a woman live with me.
I moved in with Mark when I was 16, so that's all I know.
That's different. Men and women are different. I had, though, for a while, an Italian roommate, and we kept everything perfect and cooked. And
See, and Adeline's under the impression that girls are cleaner than guys. I'm like, don't be so sure of yourself on that.
Well, I don't think it's gender dependent.
I don't think so either. Did you ever have kid girls, like girls?
I never had any roommates that were girls. But I had roommates, like when I was in Florida, when we first went down there, I had Carl and just friends of mine from high school. And there were two of them that were pigs.
Yeah.
And it's fun, one of them that was a pig turned out to be a meth head junkie.
Oh my gosh.
Not there, no, later on. So we had good control because the majority of us were neat, super neat.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's nerve-wracking. You start living with people you don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Let's talk about your life, liberty, and a pursuit of happiness here. Now, another noisy neighbor. Eric, go ahead. What's happening?
Yeah, Eric, I had another question.
I'm sorry. This was the same one. Okay, with the woman upstairs. Go ahead. What is your other question, Eric?
Yes, sir. If my girlfriend sells that condo, does she have to disclose this noise thing with the above unit?
No, of course not. I mean, it would be nice to, but you're not required. That's not a disclosable thing.
Oh, so that they couldn't come back at her and say, "Hey, you didn't tell us about this noise," and blah 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 blah.
It's not. I mean, of course they can say that, and it would be nice but I would never say it. I'd say, look, you're in a condo. It's not the same. I mean, look, when I lived in a condo, there was some traffic noise at sometimes, a hum of traffic. You don't say, hey, notice that hum of traffic? It's going to be there. I mean, no, you don't have to. You have to disclose defects.
Oh, I see. So, but that's nothing that they could come back at her for.
They can come back on her for anything. You know, you seem to think that because it has nothing to do with disclosure. People can come back for anything. She could disclose that. They can come back and say, you didn't tell me there were odors. You didn't tell me. But that doesn't mean they're going to be successful. I mean, if you live in a condo and you try to come back to the seller and say, you didn't tell me people walk around upstairs.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I mean, use common sense. I mean, anyone can make a bitch about anything, but whether they're successful or not, I would give as much as I legally have to tell people, and I wouldn't highlight any weakness whatsoever. I wouldn't hide it either.
So legally, she doesn't have to disclose.
Listen. Now you're changing the whole context and say legally. I know of no laws that say that. Ask an attorney. I know of no laws that say you have to disclose a noisy neighbor. I don't know of any. I mean, but you know, here's the point. You're given a disclosure statement of things you have to disclose. That's what you have to put down.
Oh, I see. Only what's on that disclosure statement.
Well, okay. And here's another thing. The disclosure statement is not required, but most real estate people do one that has been accepted. You see, Eric, this is where you need a professional to list and sell a property and let them worry about that. But to go so far as to say, oh, by the way, the guy upstairs walks around a lot. How the hell? First of all, the guy's not there anymore. So why should you have to bring it up?
Well, it would be if she sells it, if they sell the property and a new neighbor moves in upstairs, in here, and then somebody else moves in upstairs, it would be a different people up there,
Yeah, and time. Eric, okay, and maybe the sky is going to fall and the ceiling is going to cave in and the floors are not going to hold her. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I mean, you don't have to look for trouble is what I'm saying. Somebody walking around upstairs is not a defect. Just like someone playing their stereo next door. It's not a defect. It's just not. You can look for trouble. Go ahead. You can disclose anything you want. No one's holding you back. Make sure you kill every single deal that comes by. Now, are you sure you like this? I mean, I think that guy cooks over there. Asian, it has an odor. I think this guy over here, once in a while, I hear him fart. I mean, you know, you don't really have to do that, is what I'm saying. I know you want to be careful and honest, so that's really up to her. But I can see no one suing because you didn't tell me that guy walks around on his wood floors. It's just she can ask the covenants to enforce stuff. 303-713-8255. You know, it's too bad. We live in such a litigious society that we worry about everything. We literally worry about everything. I want to remind you, you got to call by 3 o'clock if you want that special for only $19 to get your air conditioner clean and checked and adjusted completely inside out. And that's just $19. You don't have to have it done, but you have to call by 3 to schedule it. And that's 720-526-3939.
Denver's talk station.
Eric is not the brightest.
No, it's just that he's so afraid.
Well, he doesn't.
He's just afraid.
Right.
It's a condo. You could have an upstairs neighbor.
I'm saying, what if?
Do you think that? I know. What if? What if someone else moves in and they make noise? No, you know, and I don't want to sound bad, but
On 31 Pinpoint Weather, partly to mostly cloudy this afternoon, cool off to the mid-40s overnight tonight. Partly cloudy tomorrow for your Friday and cooler with a high in the mid-60s. It's 74 right now in Denver. With your impact traffic and weather, I'm Jenny LaRose, 630 KMO.
Need to hire? Need Indeed. Their hiring platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates in one place. Start for a job and immediately get a short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
John Fuller is my personal injury expert. What does that mean? Well, what it means is that they take care of you, and John Fuller takes care of you personally. He's a small firm by design, and he's designed to communicate and get the action you need in your case. And that is what he's all about. Results. He really cares about people too. So he can be your accident expert like he is mine. And all you have to do is call for free consultations on your case. He'll evaluate them. And my personal injury expert, as I say, can be your personal injury expert or attorney. And John Fuller, I'm going to give you the website in a second. I want you to look him up, read about him, call him, and get the information you need. Don't always go with bigger is badder. MyAccidentLawyer.co is where you find it. MyAccidentLawyer.co. 303-597-4500, where you're not just a number. 303-597-4500. I'll tell you another place you're not a number is Sheridan Auto Tech. Uncle Kevin Calkin treats his people, his customers, like family. Also his employees, they all love him. And you know what? It's a great atmosphere to have your car done. And they have everything you want in an auto repair facility. Kevin will be with us tomorrow for Car Day, so make sure you tune in. Starting at 10. He has maintenance, repairs, electrical issues he can handle on Colfax and Lakewood, on Havana and Aurora. With that, all the elements: longevity, honesty, experience, knowledge, convenience, and value. 303-455-7242. 455-7242.
I had them change my oil.
Yeah.
And I, you know, we get all these calls about things not, you know, oil not being changed or filters. I never had to worry about it with Kevin.
Probably not.
No, I know I didn't.
Christie Sports Patio Days is the largest patio furniture event in the Rockies. Visit a Christie Sports showroom for the best selection of quality outdoor furniture, grills, and accessories. Christie Sports expert staff provides free in-store design consultations. You can be confident you're getting the right patio furniture. Patio Days is for a limited time, April 20th to May 8th. Visit a Christie Sports showroom for patio furniture that's in stock and ready for delivery.
Have you still not refinanced your mortgage? Soon you might be kicking short close. So take advantage of our new Fast Track loan with an unbelievable low rate of 3.25 rate and APR with our no closing costs 30-year fixed loan. That's right, no points, no fees. Hi, I'm Leslie Oakland with Westland Financial, a trusted lender for over 20 years. Even if you've refinanced in the last year, we can still probably save you money. All it takes is a 5-minute phone call to find out how you can save up to thousands of dollars a year. This amazing 3.25 rate and APR won't last long, and our new Fast Track loan process can get it done in record time. So call today, 844-425-3669. That's 844-425-3669. 844-425-3669. It's the biggest no-brainer in the history of mankind.
There you go.
844-425-3669. Overnight 3304. All loans apply. Equal housing lender. Rates subject to change.
The best $79 you'll spend over your air conditioning check from Homeland Service. Catch things before they turn into expensive problems. Turn to the experts. Turning your trust in 1998 character and
Your return for travel starts at the Denver Travel and Adventure Show. Discover thousands of vacation options that are open for travel now. Plus, weekly experts who are on hand to plan your itinerary and walk you through changing protocols. Plus, you have access to dozens of informational seminars and workshops designed to help you travel like a pro. All included with your ticket. 2 days only, April 30th and May 1st at the Colorado Convention Center. Buy discounted tickets now at TravelShows.com. That's TravelShows.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Keep your calls coming. We have plenty of time to talk about your problems, questions, complaints. And let's talk to Bennett. Bennett, what's going on with you, sir? What's happening, Bennett?
Hey, Tom. I've talked to you earlier. I had cancer in 2018.
How are you doing now, by the way?
Well, here's the problem right now. I feel good.
Yes?
My feet and my hands are like they're in ice.
What kind of cancer did you have, Bennett?
It was a tumor on my esophagus, and they said that they took care of that, and some of it came back in my stomach area. They're saying it's minor, okay? So they took me off of the IV stuff, and they're sending me pills home where I take 3 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon.
Are they chemo pills?
Yes, they are.
Did you do any radiation?
Tom, I did that earlier back in 2018.
Is it possible that you have any neck or spinal damage as a result of your chemo or your radiation that can be causing the peripheral? They call it neuropathy, even though neuropathy comes in many shapes and sizes, but one of them would be feeling odd things. Is it in your fingertips and hands, and where?
Tom, my fingertips are absolutely like they're nice, and my feet. And here's the question. I'm getting so damn many advices on how to do things. It's like a belly button.
Well,
everybody has one.
it's neuropathy. So if you're asking what to do for neuropathy, neuropathy has a lot to do Well, first of all, if it's nerve damage, sometimes nerves will not regenerate the way you want them to, okay? If they're severely damaged. Sometimes they will. But no matter what, good nutrition will help with neuropathy. It may not cure it, but it's not going to hurt it. And the worst thing in the world for neuropathy is smoking and tobacco. Alcohol is not good for neuropathy, neither is sugar. So those, or carbs, those things are bad for neuropathy. Now, as far as treatments go, their massage has been known to be really good for neuropathy, a really good massage therapy. Acupuncture, some people say acupuncture works pretty well.
They won't take it.
Huh?
I called 2 acupuncture people, and they say no, they will not touch that.
They will not touch what? What are you talking about? Touch what?
Well, they say because I have the neuropathy in my feet, and they're so frozen up that they will not do acupuncture.
Okay, that's fine if that's what they are, but I mean, it's actually made for stuff like that. Another kind of treatment, well, I told you, massage is a deeper massage. It is Rolfing, but I'm not suggesting that you do these things. I'm just saying these are, a number of people have reported great results with these therapies. There is no one thing that helps neuropathy. Go ahead.
Hey, Bennett, were you diagnosed with neuropathy, or were you diagnosing yourself?
No. I was diagnosed.
Well, what else is it?
Well, it could be circulatory.
Well, that's neuropathy too, as a result of circulation. Of course it is.
But if you,
but you're saying it's not nerves.
It could be.
But okay, I get it. But it could be nerves as a lack of nourishment from a lack of circulation, is what I'm saying.
Right. So
the answer always is better circulation, or you stop the impingement on nerves, whatever it is.
I think Bennett was going to ask, do you think THC or CBD would help?
Now, I don't know about THC.
Would.
I don't think CBD works helps. I mean, I think it helps in the sense that it helps with inflammation and it helps with overall pain and mood, but it's not going to be the answer. It's going to help, sure. Now, I don't know about marijuana or real strict THC. I don't know. I don't know what people tell. There might be people listening that smoke pot or do THC for neuropathy. I don't know.
Bennett is so desperate. He's so uncomfortable with it, Tommy.
I can imagine. Doc, I mean, what really, there are no real treatments for, and how does he improve circulation? Walking, movement?
Well, exercise for sure. And what happened? Do you ever try putting your feet in warm water?
Tom, I've tried that too. I've tried heating pads and everything. It's
okay.
And are you under the?
It sounds like nerve damage.
Are you under the care of a doctor?
I'm sorry?
Are you seeing a neurologist?
I did see the neurologist, and I think it was a waste of time. He put all the things on me and beep, 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 beep. And he says, yes, you have neuropathy. And he gave me some kind of medicine.
Yeah, nerve medicine. Gabapentin? Did he give you gabapentin?
No.
Okay. There are some specific medicines for nerves and nerve damage and nerve pain.
But, Tom, here's what I can't understand. In 2018, I had all this stuff done. I got cancer-free. I never had this. And all of a sudden now, I can't hardly walk. I just don't get it.
I know. It sucks. It sucks. You know, have you ever gone... Do you only have conventional insurance, right?
Oh, no. I have great insurance.
But, okay. Have you ever gone to, like, a real wellness doctor? I don't mean a quack that says, you know, they're going to adjust your aura. But I'm talking about, like, real... wellness doctors.
Like Grossman Wellness?
Like Grossman or like Boone. Yeah. Have you ever done that?
No, Tom, I haven't, but I'm going to tell you right now, I am willing to try anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
Now, have you had your circulatory system checked, like through your carotid artery or any kind of, well, like your cholesterol and all that? I mean, you could just have blockages too. And by the way, a lot of people think blockages only come in the aorta or in the carotid or in the big vessels. In fact, they do more harm in the smaller vessels. People who have heart disease, it starts in the extremities, and they just don't have the symptoms of major chest pain or dizziness, so they don't notice it as much. But that could be what's happening to you. Have you ever had any scans of your arteries?
Oh, absolutely, and they tell me everything.
Like, tell me absolutely what you mean. You said absolutely. What kind of scan have you had of your arteries?
Well, I've gone into what do they want to call it? I've gone into the heart scan.
Yeah, the calcium score is not going to do it. I'm not. Have you ever had your carotid scanned?
You know, Tom, to be honest with you, I don't know. But my question is to you, if you have a suggestion, I don't care who it is.
Well, I don't want to be diagnosing stuff. Here's what I'm saying, though. There have been many cases. I'm telling you what has happened, not what I'm telling you to do. There have been many cases where older people say they have pins and needles or numbness or they can't feel their legs or they feel like ice or they feel on fire. And it turned out they had junk veins and junk arteries, and they went on a really strong thing like Repatha, which is a shot every 2 weeks, and it started clearing up the extremities because, as Doc says, it's circulation. Repatha works on circulation, but so do other things if it's a nerve damage. You need accurate assessment first. You know what I'm saying? Because for a doctor to say you have neuropathy and no more than that, neuropathy comes from a number of different things. It can come from an injury, it can come from a lack of circulation, it can come from nerve damage, it can come from nerve impingement. So to say you have neuropathy is like saying, oh, I see, your arm is swollen. Okay, big frickin' deal, but why is it swollen? That's the whole reason. You didn't go to the right docs, man. That's all I can say. You need to go to someone who goes further and doesn't just look at the symptom, but they look at the cause. And your cause is going to be either circulatory or nerves. I mean, there's no magic here.
Can you recommend a person to go?
Well, I really hesitate. I mean, I would find a great wellness doctor and see if nutrition, supplements, massage, all of that stuff. But don't. I hesitate. There's so many quacks in the wellness business that, and then if I give you the name of my guy, I don't feel good about that. I mean, what I'm saying is that. Maybe off the air I can give you some advice, Bennett. I don't want people flocking to doctors thinking I'm telling them they're going to get a cure for something. But I do know this. If you don't attack it, it's not going to be cured.
And, Tom, that's where I'm at. And if you want to give me advice off the air,
yeah,
I will appreciate it.
Yeah.
And believe me, that whatever you tell me will not ever be repeated.
No, I just mean don't hold me to. I want you to do your own exploring. I don't want to be the one that says do this or do that. I want you to do your own exploring. Look, I have tried to help people in the past, and you got to be receptive to different ideas, but the idea of taking a symptom and treating it is ridiculous. You got to treat the root causes. Malik, I got to take Malik. Hold on, and I'll be right back to you, man. Hold on.
You know, Repatha has been amazing for neuropathy.
Well, I think sending him to Terry wouldn't be a bad idea, but tell him off the air.
I think Boone would be better.
Well, Boone.
Boone is better for that particular thing. Maybe.
But, Joe, it's no different, really, than referring to somebody on your referral list, right?
Yeah.
But you don't want I was going to say, you want a whole bunch of people flooding
You
this
told
guy.
me this guy is going to do this and this.
Right. We're just suggesting to get a second opinion from Dr. Boone, that's all.
Doc, can you grab this since
Oh,
Suzanne
absolutely.
might be
Yeah,
dealing?
no problem.
Just takes me a couple minutes to close all that
No
stuff.
problem.
Sometimes you're gone like a
Well,
bat
because
out.
I have other commitments. Like on Wednesdays, if I do the AARP thing, after it's at 3 o'clock.
By the way,
I do Wednesday and Friday.
Oh,
you know, by the way, I should have really. He should go. Colorado Pain Care would be a bad idea for that. Just to look at it.
Yep.
I mean, they would make some suggestions, and certainly it doesn't cost a lot to have them look at you. You know, Bennett, I really Colorado Pain Care. You may want to start with that. They'll look at nerve impingement. They'll look at circulation. So that's one of the places. Colorado Pain Care, Sport and Spine. Now, again, they'll be honest with you. That's what I like about them. And if you're looking for a location, go to Colorado Pain Care, Sport and Spine.
They are open from 7 to 7, which makes for great office hours if you need to get in there. They can even make urgent same-day appointments. No, it's not an emergency room. I meant, if you need to see someone for pain. And then you can also call them anytime, 303-GOTS-PAIN, 303-GOT-PAIN. So let's also talk about floor coverings. And Simply Floors, Inc. is exactly what it is. Simply Floors, INC, simplyfloorsinc.com. That's where you make your own appointment. Now, carpets come in all shapes and sizes. They have them all. They do, from all price ranges. And they'll make their recommendations. They have design consultants that can help you, too, with the right colors and textures for your project, free of charge. They have the best installers as well. They also have hardwoods, solid hardwood floors. Some people love those. Or they have laminates, which are that 1/4 inch of hardwood on top of the press board. Or they have, the veneers, which are like, I might have them screwed up, but the engineered floor, by the way, is the 1/4 inch hardwood. And then the other kind is like a look of wood, but it's really like a photograph, but it's very, very solid and hard and a pre-finished. So whatever floor you want, they'll talk about it, and they'll see what's best for your project. Simplyfloorsinc.com. Chiropractic works too,
I'm not sure for that kind of
for impingements.
If it's impingement, but impingement would be more pain, I think, rather than cold.
Man, I'm telling you, see, the nerves go all over the place, and I've seen chiropractic have amazing results for some of it.
Peak Performance for Mayor.
For some neuropathy.
Call today to book your free consultation and free blood flow evaluation. 1-800-210-8181. Peak Performance for Men helps over 80% of men who receive the treatment experience long-term improvement. Let the expert at Peak Performance for Men help you today.
What?
All it takes
Poor guy
is
just
a
wants
free
basically
consultation, free blood
just
flow
to be
evaluation. Call
comfortable.
1-800-210-8181. That's 1-800-210-8181.
Now, one thing that's happened to me through my 60s or late 60s is it doesn't seem to be a big deal, but a little tiny twitching in my legs. You know what I mean?
Really?
Not like big, but every now and then little. It's like, it's not neuropathy. It doesn't hurt. Doesn't even.
Right, just little twitches.
If I lay really completely still, and I'm sure it's one of the either supplements or drugs I'm taking, because there's nothing physically wrong. All my blood work is normal.
It's just little microspasms.
Micro.
Yeah.
It's tiny. Yeah. It's weird. And sometimes more than others. I think it might all have to do with with what's going on in maybe my nerves in my back too. That all is related.
Well, where are the spasms? In your legs?
Mostly in my lower legs.
Okay.
And they're not all the time, and they're not so much where you go, ooh, ooh. It's almost to a point where sometimes I look down to see, are they actually moving? Is it really? And every once in a while you'll see the skin do that.
It's called fasciculations. Yeah, everybody gets them.
And as you get older, I imagine now, I have really lately cleaned up I've always had a clean diet, but I've gone extra careful.
Are you vegetarian yet?
Oh, no. But I don't eat a lot of meat. But I'm not vegetarian. I eat chicken and I eat a lot of seafood.
Yep.
Red meat maybe 2 or 3 times a month.
Is Steph a vegetarian?
Mostly. She'll eat chicken.
Okay, so we'll eat chicken and fish?
Yeah, she'll eat chicken. And she'll eat, but she doesn't eat any red meat. She just doesn't like it.
How could you not like hamburgers?
I love burgers.
How could you not like a
steak?
Or a steak?
But I don't like too much of it. Too much of it makes me feel heavy.
Having a steak every now and then is just...
Treat.
It's what's for dinner.
That's right.
Beef, what's for dinner?
It's what we evolved to love steak.
Oh my God.
Download the app or go to Angie.com. That's ANGI.com.
Denver's talk station wants to put $1,000 in your hand. Every weekday, you have 9 chances a day to win $1,000. Listen for the keyword at 5 past the hour. Thank you so much. $1,000 in your hand. Sponsored by Guy Reese.
Brighten your home and save 10%.
So the odds of winning that contest for $1,000 are probably 1 in 100,000. I don't know what kind of audience KL has, but I think it's all over the country. Different local stations.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Let's go right to Malik, so he has some time. Go ahead, Malik. What's happening?
Hey, thanks for taking my call, Tom. This is Malik. I pay money to the company called American Sign Denver.
Yes, American Sign Denver. And what did you have them do for you?
To make my sign, I just opened my business in March, middle of March, and I gave him money in December 9th. It's been almost close to 5 months, and he doesn't reply my calls. And when I send him a text message, he said, I'll call you back. I'm with the customer. And then he doesn't reply me back. He took my money, $2,700 for the half down, and he's supposed to finish the job. He's not giving me any date and time when he's going to put my sign.
Well, how long ago was the contract made? That's terrible.
December 9th, that's the time I gave him the money.
You know, there's something, well, there's obviously something going wrong there, man. I mean, really.
That's right, yeah. And he's sending me pictures for his dad. He's in the hospital. I said, I didn't give money to your dad. I gave money to you to get my sign. He said, I have an emergency, but how long he's going to have an emergency? Since December is almost end of April. I understand the value of the families if his families is sick, but I gave him the money. If you can't get the job done, you got to give me money back.
Yeah, we need to call him for you, man. We need to call him for you.
Can you please help me, man?
Deputy Doc.
I'll give him a call.
Yeah, we'll give him a call and light a fire under him, man, and say, what's going on?
Yeah, let me get you his number.
No, we'll do that off the air because I don't want people inundating him until we figure out if he's a bum or not.
I'll call you in a little while, Malik.
Okay, thank you very much.
No problem. Anyway, it's been an eventful day. Tomorrow's card day. Don't forget that. If you need help, information, and referrals, I've got to remind you, you can contact us by phone 24/7, and Suze will call you back. That's 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466. And don't forget referralist.com for help, information, and referrals.